The following is a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for the 2022 Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament. The Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is brought to you by Owyhee Federal Credit Union, Weatherall, Wagner Auto, and the Ramkota.
Howard to the faceoff circle, pass in front for Greasy, scores! Howard with a good pass, and Ashton Grease, his 15th of the year.
The Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is also brought to you by Pelican Power Sports, Fisher Rounds and Associates, Hockey Headquarters, and the Aberdeen Area Chamber of Commerce. And also by Becky Potsuba, State Farm Insurance, Hermanson Endodontics, Sunmasters of Pierre, and the University of Jamestown.
And here comes Max Moore in on a break. He scores! Max Moore makes it 2-1 with 4:50 to play in the first period.
14th goal for Moore on the
Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is also brought to you by Xander Auto Parts, Renke Gray Wealth Management, the Fieldhouse of Pierre, and Kubota.
Brookings Rangers have all got their helmets unhinged. They're ready to throw it in celebration. Down to 5 seconds. For the first time since 2017, the Brookings Rangers are state champions of South Dakota.
Now let's join John Winkler, Jeff Anderson, and Jim Lloyd for the call.
And a good morning as we welcome you here to the 2022 state tournament. John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson, Jim Lloyd. Our first game of the 2022 tournament, the Sioux Center Storm and the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. And guys, this should be a good matchup, a 3 versus 6 matchup. But as we've seen in the last couple of years, that the 3-6 matchup isn't always a guarantee for that 3 seed to move on.
Well, Sioux Falls beat them twice this year, but both games were very good. 4-3 the opening time they played, 4-2 the second time. So it's been 2 very good games.
The Sioux Center Storm team at 10-9, 1-0. They have just 1 tie on the season, and that was the only overtime game. Sioux Falls, 15-3, 1-1. They finished with the tie against Brookings. They then lost in overtime to the Capitals, and then they won their final game of the regular season. So they've kind of seen it all in that last weekend, a couple weekends ago. But they've got to be ready to go here this morning because while they're at home, their home ice, they're probably ready to play. This is a dangerous game. The 3-6 matchup at 9 o'clock in the morning is always dangerous.
Well, yeah, it's the Sioux Falls team coming in at 3. We always talk about the Rushmore and Brookings, of course, 1 and 2. But this Sioux Falls team, I'm not sure if they've played their best hockey yet. And this is a team that's deep, and they can go a long ways in this tournament. But Sioux Center is also a pretty good team and coming in at a 6th. And this first day, anything can happen. This first day is what dictates how this tournament plays out, and we've seen it in the past. This first day, there's always somebody's going to spoil a tournament for somebody.
And there's a lot of good all the way up from the first game to the final game today. You look at Rushmore and Watertown, we talked about in the girls' state tournaments, and of course all those girls' state tournament games are archived at Capital City Rock Sports. You can find the playlist. Not today, probably, or not until this evening to go back and watch those games. Watch the live ones here, and then you can go back and watch them. But we talked about the Watertown-Rushmore game, the 1-8 matchup. Watertown had Rushmore beat earlier on the season. So this 1-8 matchup isn't a guarantee later on this evening.
That's right. We haven't talked about the goalies. We have some really good goalies in this tournament. In fact, I thought at one time early in the year that Owen McBride might be one of the top 5 goalies in the state. Then you look at everybody else that's back, you go, well, maybe not. And Sioux Falls 1 is a classic example. They have 2 excellent goalies right here.
We're not sure if it's Ryan Flanagan or Kane Heiser that will get the starts. Flanagan at 7-3-1 on the season. He's got a 1.68 goals against average, 945 save percentage, and 1 shutout. Caden Heiser's at 8-1 on the season with a 1.33 goals against average, a 938 save percentage, and 4 shutouts.
Yeah.
So if you say, well, we got to go with Flanagan, well, do you really? Because you can go with Heiser. And if you say we got to go with Heiser, do you really? Because you can easily go with Flanagan. And that's the fun of what, and that's what makes Sioux Falls 1 dangerous, because they can go with one today and one tomorrow, and those guys are, whoever plays today, and if they go with the other guy tomorrow, that's two fresh goalies that somebody's got to see.
Yeah, that's right. They're both excellent goalies and give up, as you mentioned, less than two goals a game. That's pretty darn good.
The 5 shutouts combined between the two.
Yeah.
But then also let's look at Luke Myers, who's got 9 wins, a 4.10 goals against average, 875 save percentage. He's got a shutout so far in the season as well. I don't know if there's a goalie that's played multiple games that doesn't have a shutout at some point this year.
Yeah.
That tells you how good the goalies can be at different times. And there's a lot of goalies that can steal hockey games, and we're going to see quite a few that have the opportunity to steal hockey games today.
Yeah.
Well, and all you ask for out of your goaltenders is to keep you in the game, right?
Yeah.
Just keep you in the game, give you a chance to win. But there's some goaltenders in this league that can take over a game.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen that for many, many years. And the other luxury that a lot of these teams have, like you talked with Sioux Falls, a lot of these teams have 2 quality goalies. 5 years ago, you didn't see that. There was 1 goalie typically. Now there's a lot of really good goalies in this league.
Yeah, and a lot of good scorers in this league, too.
Oh, yeah.
And we can look at what the Sioux Center Storm and Sioux Falls 1 team brings. Sioux Falls 1 was Sioux Falls 2 last year. Now they're all Sioux Falls 1. Max Moore's got 20 goals in the season. He leads the team with those 20 goals, but not to be outdone by William McDonald with 14 goals, Jorgen Corey with 12 goals. There's a lot of guys that have multiple goals. Nick Lohr on the third line's got 10 goals. And then you look in the other way, Grady Doon and Lucas Van Berk on that top line with 15 and 17 goals respectively. Isaac Bart with 17 goals, Easton Vandenberg with 11. There's guys that are up and down this lineup for both teams that can score. This isn't top line's out, and we're probably not going to see a goal. This is the second line's out, the third line's out. We still might see a lot of goals being scored.
Yeah, the first 2 lines for both of these teams are really well balanced.
Oh, yeah.
As far as scoring is
question.
concerned.
Yeah. One thing you got to like about Duden, you can't miss him on the ice with that hair.
He's got the best hair in South Dakota, and there's no competition. Although the Capitals have got their mullets ready for the state tournament, they still can't compete with the hair that Grady Duden has here at for every year that he's been here.
You can't do Duden hair overnight, though. That takes a while. You have to prepare for that.
Yeah.
That takes a year to grow that.
Oh, I think
maybe more.
I think he's been probably growing it for about 3 to 4. Well, actually, not even 3 to 4 years. He probably hasn't had a haircut since he was about maybe 8. But the Sioux Center Storm and the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers coming up here at 9:05 puck drop. We're getting close to that puck drop here. KCCR FM Blunt, KSD Watertown, as well as KKQQ Brookings. All 3 radio stations are going to have all 11 games for you. We're going to have all 11 games here if you're watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
And we're broadcasting, of course, from the Shields Iceplex.
That's right.
Here in Sioux Falls.
That's right, here in Sioux Falls. The Sioux Falls 1 and Sioux Falls 2 are playing the first 2 games of the day. We got to take our commercial break. We'll come back with our with Puck Drop. Coming up after this, you're listening to the State Tournament on Capital City Rock, on KSDR in Watertown, on KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Wahi Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Oahe Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Oahe Federal Credit Union.
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Oahe Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Get in on the game. Get to Aberdeen to shop, dine, and relax. Spend the day checking items off your list from hundreds of local businesses where there's something for everyone. Please your palate with dozens of culinary options, and let our service providers pamper you or help you take care of business. Check out the museum, art galleries, art classes, public library, and much more. We know you have choices. Thanks for spending time in Aberdeen. We always look forward to seeing you.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Please contact one of your South Dakota Kubota dealers today. The Ram Coda in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ram Coda is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ram Coda has a full hot continental breakfast, so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ram Coda in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today. As we welcome you back here, we are getting set for puck drop between the Sioux Falls Flyers and the Sioux Center Storm here in Game 1 of our state tournament. John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson. Jim Lloyd will join us here in just a moment as well. And we'll throw it down the PA here in just a moment to get our introduction of the starting lineups. And we should have a good one here today between these two teams.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a fun matchup. I think all 4 games have the potential to be very good matchups today. And you look at, of course, this one, then you have Brookings and Sioux Falls 2. And don't count the Flyers out, Sioux Falls 2 in that second game. And then, of course, you have Aberdeen, Owyhee. That may be the best matchup of the day. And then, of course, don't count out the Lakers taking on unbeaten Rushmore Thunder. They come in as the #1 seed. They also come in, of course, 20-0 on the year. A lot of teams can't do that.
We will throw it down for the starting lineups.
At forward, number 7, Isaac Bart. At forward, number 10, Judah Bart. At defense, number 16, Aiden T. Jager. On defense, number 22, Case Vangenhuis. And in goal today, number 31, Luke Meyer. Sioux Center's coaches are Brent Suing and Dwayne Newton, the athletic trainer. And now for the Sioux Falls Flyers varsity 1. At forward, number 7, Will McDonald. At forward, number 21, Jordan Corey. At forward, number 44, Rock Mowens. On defense, number 14, Evan Eversbacher. On defense, number 17, Cade Edwards. And in goal today for the Flyers, number 1, Ryan Flanagan. Coaches for the Flyers are Ben Crispy, Lee Damer, and Brian Crispy. Your officials for today's game, as assigned by the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association. Referees are Matt Strand and Cody Nicholson. Linesmen are Matt George and Shane Van Dies. And now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand, put your hand on your heart and face the flag, as Mr. Dan Saar sings our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose much stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight are the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets above her singing air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Oh, we're ready to go here as we are set for a puck drop between the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers, the 3 seed, and the 6 seed, the Sioux Center Storm. It is there's so much fun that goes into the first game of state tournament because you never really know what's going to happen. You never really know what might happen here in these games, and that's the fun of what the first matchup of the state tournament is all about.
6-3 matchup. You never know on a 6-3, like you said. You like to think that those top seeds will prevail, but we've seen many tournaments where it doesn't turn out that way. All records are aside right now. It doesn't matter what your regular season record is. Everybody's 0-0. We start a brand new season here in just seconds.
Last year, the 3-6 matchup went to the 3 seed. They ended up making the state championship, but the previous 2 years, the 6 seed got the win over the 3 seed. That doesn't mean anything today, but that's a little bit of history in the last 3 years of what we witnessed here for these state tournaments. We are underway the 2022 state tournaments here in Sioux Falls. A quick shot and an early save for Luke Myers. Ryan Flanagan is our goalie. He's got for Sioux Falls 7 wins, 1.68 goals against average, and a .945 save percentage. Luke Myers, the Sioux center goalie, who's already made that first save 6 seconds in, with 9 wins, a 4.10 goals against average, and an .875 save percentage. Both guys with 1 shutout apiece on the season. As it's thrown back to the blue line, there's a rebound chance. They score! 17 seconds in, and the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. They strike first. It is going to be tipped in by number 44, Brock Malwitz. The shot came from Eberspacher from the point, and the rebound was just flicked right in by by Brock Malwitz, and we have our first goal of the state tournament, 17 seconds in.
Well, if you're going to kick off a tournament, that's the way you want to do it, with just seconds. Get on the board early.
So Eberspacher will get the assist. We'll see if there's a secondary assist. And now here's another chance. Another breakaway coming in is Perdaves on a backhand. A save made by Myers. Here is back to the blue line.
Sioux Falls game to play right now.
As it comes back to the Sioux Falls blue line. It is just that 1 assist for Eberspacher. In Max Moore, 2-on-0 coming in. Nick Lawrence in. A pass for Malwitz, for Moore, but he couldn't get a shot away. That was a good look there. There's Max Moore. Again, a shot that goes high and wide. Back to Wyatt Hermson. There's a shot from the blue line, knocked down, and Grady Duden will throw it down the ice, but it will not be an icing because it went on to Flanagan to make a quick save. That maybe goes down as a save for Flanagan. 15:47 to go in the first period. 1-0 lead for Sioux Falls 1. Grady Duden, he moves it in for Sioux Center. As they're wearing their road blue jerseys, Sioux Falls wearing their home whites. As it comes back around behind the net, Duden, he'll throw it off to the side, and a near shot attempt from Sioux Center that goes just wide. As it comes back around, moving in is going to be Anthony Vallon. He took a shot, and Myers was able to dive on top of it. 6-1 in shots. 15:22 to go here in the first period. That's how quick Sioux Falls has been in this first period.
Doesn't this remind you of last week's Mitchell first game that they played, and they got a goal, 2 goals in the first 2 minutes of the contest? Came out the same way.
The Mitchell girls, they ran their way to the state championship game last weekend. As Isaac Bart comes in, his shot and an early save there from Flanagan as he puts that one high up in the netting and out of play. And we get a whistle with 15:10 to go here in the first period. So if you're just joining us here, 5 minutes after the scheduled start time, which is only not even 2 minutes after the puck drop, we've already got a 1-0 lead. Brock Malwitz got the goal, his 8th of the year. Eberspacher got the assist from the shot from the point, as Eberspacher had 3 assists. Here's another breakaway, a backhander, and trying to go between the legs, and it might have went between the legs, but Myers is able to close the wickets enough as Corey gets another shot and another save.
Boy, Myers has been tested a lot here early.
Boy, Myers has got to be the best Sioux Center player right now to keep them in this game. There's another chance, blocker down by Myers. That one came from Will McDonald as it comes out to the blue line. There's another shot from the blue line. There's a rebound chance as the puck is loose, and Myers will get the whistle. McDonald is on the doorstep. The shot came from Jack Sievert. And Myers was able to make a couple of saves. 9 shots here with 14:37 to go. Who says it's early on a Friday morning? The pass over, that's intercepted, and Duden is going to come out. Flanagan comes all the way out. He'll make the play to get it back out of the zone. And a good play from Ryan Flanagan.
I love an aggressive goalie.
As it is in the neutral zone, and Flipped over by Max Moore. In for Nick Lohr. He'll get it over to the net, and it'll be covered by Myers for another whistle with 14:18 to go here in the first period.
You're right. The way Sioux Falls came out in this one, Myers has to be the best player here for this first period to try to hold this thing close.
As the faceoff will be to the left of Myers in the Sioux Center zone. Jorgen Corey wins the faceoff. There's a wind-up shot and a save is made. That one came from John Matheson. And Myers has got now 10 saves. 10 saves, and we haven't finished 3 minutes of this first period.
That didn't take long.
But they're still down 1-0. As Sioux Center will try and win the faceoff in their own end, and Nick Lohr has it. Tries to throw to the net. There's a rebound chance, and it comes up, and Myers is able to make the save. And then we got a whistle as the puck was coming free, and then it was stuffed in, but the whistle had already blown. So there's just a save.
Myers wasn't quite sure where that puck was.
No, saved by the whistle.
Jorgen Corey on the faceoff as he'll look to win it for Sioux Falls, but it is taken by a Sioux Center. Turned over as Max Moore walks it in. He's behind the cage. Trying a little bit of a wraparound. Instead, he'll circle the wagons back out to the point. Lost the puck as Grady Duden pass goes over, and it will be into the offensive zone as Lucas Van Berkel brings it in. He'll swing wide on his strong wing. That pass attempt is broken up, but Van Berkel trying to wrap it back around in front, and it's broken up by the Sioux Falls defense. So as good as the offense has been here in the first 3.5 minutes, that defense has been really good too in front of Flanagan. That one will be iced by Sioux Falls 1, and we'll have a face-off in the Sioux Center offensive zone.
Luke Meyer should be warmed up by now. He's got a sweat going.
Well, if you're not warm and you've already made 11 saves in 3 minutes, almost 4 minutes, I don't know how you're going to get warm. There's a face-off win by Sioux Center. That one will be turned over.
Here's Malwitz.
Here comes Brock Malwitz in. Malwitz with a shot, and that one was broken up, never got to the net. Landon DeYoung was able to break that one. Dawson Lusing. There's a penalty coming up on Sioux Falls 1. And Sioux Center, as good as Sioux Falls 1 has been in the first near 4 minutes, out shooting Sioux Center 12-2. One good power play, and all of a sudden this is a 1-1 game.
Yeah, that's a cross-check down in the corner over there. So we are going to have our first Pelican Power Sports power play, and this is just what has been ordered for Sioux Center to get back in this one.
And it is the goal scorer, Brock Malwitz, that will be in the penalty box for 2 or less. As a Pelican Power Sports power play to open things up here, Duden at the point tries to go over to the near side, but it's broken up by the Flyers, and it will be skating out of the zone is Nick Lohr. Goes off the boards. He'll throw it all the way down. These boards are a little lively, maybe a little bit more lively than what Aberdeen had last weekend for the girls varsity state tournament. As racing up the ice, that'll be Aiden DeJager. And Aiden DeJager. Pass goes over, back to DeJager. It comes out to the face-off circle. Played over the glass and actually goes out of play. And there's a lucky fan that will grab the puck. We're going to try. If I was that fan, I'd put that puck in my pocket, and you didn't see me pick that puck up.
That's how you got all those pucks at your house?
No. What are you talking about? I don't have any pucks at my house. Here's Grady Duden here at the near side of the blue line. As it's played around all the way across to the far side. Still 1:20 left to go on the power play. Out to the blue line. DeJager with a shot is blocked down, comes back to Duden, and then he got blocked up again as Eberspacher and Lohr actually were on top of each other to block the shot. Duden near the near side. Good pass down to the goal line. Back to Duden. Comes in front and somehow stayed out. Comes back in front again, and Flanagan was able to close the wickets. They went to try to go 5-hole, and they were unable to. Grady Duden back here on the near side, still in the zone. Sioux Center starting to corral this opportunity in the power play. There's a shot that went high off the glass, stayed in play. Duden ran into his own man, and then it comes over back to the point where it's going to be grabbed. That one by Easton Vandenberg. To the near side it comes, or the far side. Over the faceoff dot. A save has made, the rebound's loose. Picked back up in the slot. There's another chance, another save, another rebound. They score! It is going to be Easton Vandenberg, and there's your power play goal. 11:46 to go. Sioux Falls dominated the first 3.5 minutes, and Sioux Center, though, gets a power play goal, and we are tied 1-1 with 11:46 to go here in the first period.
And we have a hockey game. Sioux Falls came out with just seconds and scored, made this thing 1-0. Power play goal, huge for Sioux Center.
As it's 1-1 between now Sioux Falls and Sioux Center. What a fantastic start to this hockey game.
Yes.
The ebbs and flows and the killer of taking a penalty. Because you were dominating that first 3.5 minutes. And a cross check against Malwitz, and it turned into a goal for Vandenberg. Jager gets the assist. Into the zone is Sioux Falls. Malwitz picks it up. He's got the goal. He has the penalty. As Malwitz passed to the slot, and that one misses everybody. Out to the blue line, held in by Wyatt Hermsen. 11-12 to go here in the first period. 1-1 our score. The 3 versus 6 matchup in the first game of the 2022 state tournament. Picked up by Isaac Bart, 17 goals. He and Van Berkel tied for the team high in goals. Judah Bart racing after it. Flanagan will play it around to the near side as Sioux Falls making the change. It's going to be picked up here and moving into the zone. That is going to be Jack Sievert that moved in. That pass goes off of Sievert, but it comes all the way out for Isaac Bart to play along for Van Berkel. And Lucas Van Berkel trying to leave it back for Isaac Bart, but it's picked off and out of the zone by William McDonald. Knocked down by the glove. DeJagger brings it in. There's a shot that goes just wide. There's a broken stick. Hockey headquarters just down the street. You got to make sure you get over there for that broken stick and loose equipment. As it's played around by Lucas Van Berkel. The referee's got that broken stick right now. Grady Duden plays it back over. Otherwise, we could have seen that stick become a little bit of some problems in the offensive zone. That one was tipped. It was not tipped. It goes down for an icing, and we get a whistle with 10:09 to go. And it will be that linesman that will bring the hockey stick over. That one probably is headed to the garbage, but hockey headquarters just down the road. They can get you fixed right back up with a new stick.
Fabulous plays.
As a face-off will be to the left of Ryan Flanagan. Won by Sioux Center. Back to the point. There's a shot all the way through by DeYoung, and it ended up being a save made by Flanagan. That one out to the blue line. Bouncing puck is out of the zone by Sioux Falls. Corey with a shot. That's knocked down. The rebound is popped high up, and it was broken up by Sioux Center. Didn't get back to the net. And then back behind the cage is Van Berkel as he'll play it around. It'll come out to the far side boards where it's picked up by Sioux Falls again. Back behind the cage. Pass to the slot. Misses everybody. Duden picked it off, trying to get the puck out of the zone. Nearly took a hook as he went down. Referee say play on, and then it stays an onside play for Sioux Falls. Around to the near side it goes. It's going to be held in. That one held in by Keaton Adams. But it's out of the zone. Here's Duden now. 2-on-1 in. Duden with a breakaway. Duden in with a shot. He shot it high over Flanagan. It's loose to the slot. It's swung away to the near side, and then it's flipped high out of the zone, and it will bounce all the way down for an icing with 9:08 to go here in the first period.
At one point, we have 11-1 shots on goal, favoring Sioux Falls. Now it's 13-8. Sioux Falls still in the lead, but really Sioux Center has turned up the notch.
And credit Luke Myers for this a 1-1 game because he was the best Sioux Center player. Here's Bart with the shot that goes just wide. If he doesn't make half those saves, which were very difficult to make to begin with, if he doesn't make half those saves, we're looking at run time here in the first period.
Yes.
Because he was tortured with shots in that first little bit. There's another loose stick. Kicking it along was William McDonald as he was able to kick the stick with him. So that loose equipment for hockey headquarters didn't last very long, and he was able to keep that loose equipment near him. Jorgen Corey picks off a pass. As it comes out to the blue line, it's going to be played by Vanny Henhouse and out to the near side, where it'll be grabbed by Bart. And from the red line, he dumps it in off the stick of John Matheson to the far side corner, where Matheson will pick it up and play it back behind the net. Sievert is tied up with Isaac Bart. Malwitz will come and help support for Sioux Falls 1. And out they come to the neutral zone. That pass misses as they're looking for Anthony Vollant. Excuse me, for Jorgen Corey. And now a backhand pass from Creed Waring, and that one missed. But it's still loose in the neutral zone. Another blocked pass. That one from Aiden DeJagger. And now DeJagger will pick it back up and play it on the far side for Waring. His shot goes high over Flanagan from the blue line. Stays in play off the glass as it's knocked down by Sioux Falls and by Sioux Center, trying to keep it in the zone. That pass just misses Judah Bart. No icing. Race after it. It'll be played here behind the cage with 7:35 to go in the first period. A bouncing puck. It's played back over to the blue line. There's a shot that goes wide of Myers. Backhander comes to the slot and nearly was knocked in by Tristan Schlechter. but he just missed it as the Flyers will put it back in. Delayed offside, they'll tag back up, and the Sioux Center Storm will race to the neutral zone. Dumping it in was Graydon Van Essen. When it went off a Sioux Falls player, out to the blue line again, knocked back down. It comes loose in front. There's a backhander, and Flanagan gets the glove on it to make the save with 7:06 to go. And when a goalie flashes the leather like that, you know that he's still got a lot of confidence, even though it's a 1-1 game.
It's a very good game, 7:06. Very entertaining and very much up and down the ice.
A face-off to the near side to the left of Flanagan. As Sievert plays it around out to the blue line and out of the zone. Is picked up by Max Moore. He'll skate into the offensive end. Good back check by Grady Dune. A backhander from Moore that went through the top of the blue paint. And it comes out to the far to the near side where it's out of the zone. And Duden, a quick pass, rink wide. That's picked up by Van Berkel in the offensive zone. He avoids a big check. Comes out to the blue line. Held in by DeYoung. And then it's Grady Duden again. Duden a backhand pass, looking to knock it over for number 20, Tage Dolman, but it's picked off. And it'll be played back around. Comes to the front, and it's out of the zone. Corey Perdame's trying to get that one in, but it's iced by Sioux Center with 6:18 left to go here in the first period. We've kind of, and this game has not calmed down by any means, but we've kind of slowed things down a little bit. That first 3.5 minutes were insane with the amount of chances and the good chances and great chances that Sioux Falls had. But Sioux Center was able to tie them on the power play. There's a shot from the faceoff as Sievert moved in. It got all the way through, but it went wide. Somehow missed everybody in front as it's played around to the near side. Rink wide pass that goes out of the zone off the stick of Judah Bart. Dumped back in by Sioux Falls. Picked back up by Sioux Center. And around it goes as it's played on the near side. Sievert, a rink wide pass to his defensive partner. Nearly missed him, but now it's picked up by Hermson, and 3-on-2 they come in. Hermson waits, pass from Allwitz, back across, and Myers, I don't know if he made the save or not, but somehow he's able to get over across, and that shot just went wide.
That was a great move.
That was a great pass attempt by Sioux Falls, a great look, and Myers, I think he might have stuffed the door on that one. What a fantastic save. There's a pass that goes over it to the slot, comes in front, a rebound chance. Myers diving around. He's looking behind the net right now. There's a big hit behind the cage, and it's packed from Corey out for Edwards. A shot, a right pad save made. The rebound was loose, and it's picked up by Sioux Center. And out of the zone it goes, and it's now Judah Bart that picks it up. Bart is in, 3-on-2 now. He'll leave it back over for Isaac Bart. Now there's a chance in front, and it goes just wide. Flanagan, it looked like he might have hurt his leg a little bit. He was a little slow moving from right to left. As it's played to the near side, under 5 minutes to go in the first period. This is the first period of 11 games this weekend, and how good this has already been. Isaac Bart's pass, that one's broken up, as it's picked up by Anthony Valen. And Valen a pass over. Cade Edwards moves in. There's a chance from the high slot. A save is made. That one came from Dom Skolton. And I got to tell you what, Dom Skolton without skates is a big boy. Dom Skolton on skates is a bigger boy. He might be the tallest guy in the league, especially with skates on. He's got 5 goals in the season, and the sheer strength and size that he has gets him a lot of goals. There's a face-off a shot off the face-off, and it went wide of the cage. Picked up. Dolman started to carry it in, and now we get a hooking call on Sioux Falls. Dolman got hooked down. It was close to being a good stick lift, but a hook is going to be called against the Sioux Falls Flyers, and that's going to be against Max Moore. So with 4:23 to go in the first period, Moore is in the box for 2 or less, and Sioux Center, they are 1 for 1 on the Pelican Power Sports power play, and they have an opportunity to make it. And
we have a new goalie.
Flanagan has come out of the hockey game right now.
I think you're right. It was his leg.
Yeah.
So he seems to be hurting right now.
So Kaiser steps in.
Caden Heiser, he'll come in, and now we get a timeout by Sioux Falls. So Caden Heiser, after it was 9 shots faced for Flanagan, and he made 8 of those saves, it's going to be Caden Heiser in, who's got 8 wins, a 1.33 goals against average, so he's got a better goals against average, a little bit lower save percentage at .938, which means that both those goalies are really good, and he's got 4 shutouts.
Well, and you talk about a better goals against average when you have Flanagan at 168 and he comes along with a 133.
Right.
Yeah. But
The
right
luxury
now
of having 2 quality goalies.
Right now, the hot goalie in this game is Luke Myers.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And also to kind of keep a note right now, with 4:23 to go in the first period, they have taken their timeout. That could be a big difference down the stretch in this game. If it's close, if they're down by 1, they won't have the luxury of taking that timeout to get any guys rest. So that's one to maybe circle, but Heiser is now in. And it's going to be important for him to see a good early shot coming in relief, but not even coming in the second period or in a game that's starting to get out of hand. You got to come in on the power play, on the penalty kill, as it's picked up here by Sioux Center. Out to Aiden DeJagger. Pass goes to the far side as the Sioux Center Storms trying to move it in. Nearly a hook, but none given to Lucas Van Berkel, and it's cleared all the way down by Sioux Falls. This is where you rally around your goalie and say, we're going to make sure that this is a successful penalty kill and get you some confidence early on, because we're going to need you in this game. Duden fans on a pass attempt. He might have done that on purpose, too. Trying to go with a give and go back to Duden, but it's going to be picked back up on the far side. Isaac Bart fans on an opportunity to push it a little farther on the boards, and it's picked up by Sioux Center. Van Berkel plays it down. Back to Van Berkel, misses him, but Duden was right there. Flips it back over for Van Berkel. Top of the face-off circle. There's a shot and a save made by Caden Heiser. His first save that he's seen. Grady Duden walks it in. Pass goes across for Van Berkel. There's a chance off the goalpost. Nearly made it 2-1. You heard that one hit iron flush. 3:15 left in this first period. 52 seconds left to go on the power play. Sioux Center scored their first goal on the power play. They're 1-for-1 right now. Sioux Falls trying to clear it out. They just can't. Out to DeJagger again. Pass goes over for Duden. He walks it in. His shot goes wide and can't get back to the puck in time as Sioux Center, and it'll come out of the zone. So it's going to be turned by DeJagger again. He lost the puck, but it's picked right up and moving in is going to be number 6, Easton Vandenberg. At the blue line, Vandenberg holds it in. Grady Duden starts to walk it in. Takes a little bit of a hit. There's a chance and a save made by Heiser with 2:40 to go here in the first period. Played here on the near side. It comes out to the blue line. Duden plays it down near the corner. Picked up by Bart, although his stick was canceled out. Clearing attempt is knocked down by a glove. Back to Grady Duden. He gets hit hard by William McDonald, and out of the penalty box comes Max Moore. So they're able to clear the penalty, or clear the zone and kill off the penalty with 2:13 left to go in the first period. That's a big, big penalty kill for Sioux Falls. And they're able to get a couple of saves, 2 saves for Caden Heiser on that penalty kill. Corey's pass off of a boot of Isaac Bart. Picked up by Creed Waring. And Waring moves in, looking for an opportunity for a shot. Instead, it's going to be picked back up by the Sioux Falls Flyers. And Anthony Vallon, out of the zone it goes, where it's then picked back up by Sioux Center. Rink wide pass is intercepted. Comes right back to Sioux Center. And then Dolgeman. And then we get a huge hit from William McDonald on Isaac Bart. Pair of 7s. Lucky number 7s get hit. Isaac Bart was hit hard. Trying to sidestep a check was Judah Bart, as it's played on the near side of the corner. Dolman, a pass goes back out, but Vallon intercepts it, and then his pass goes off of a body, and it's played back in the Sioux Center zone by Waring. And Waring plays it all the way around with 1:14 to go here in the first period. What an action-packed first period we've had in the first game of the state tournament. Lucas Van Berkel, he gets hit hard. He goes hard into the boards. He looks around looking for a call, not going to get one. That was a good, clean hit. And our final minute here in the first period. Max Moore moves it in. Goes right around the defenseman. Moore with a shot up high, and it goes off the glass. Stays in play, just missing Luke Myers. And it's played back around to the far side. Nick Lohr leaves it back to the blue line. There's a shot that misses wide. Back again, there's another chance, another shot that goes wide of Myers. 35 seconds to go here in the first period. Judah Bart on the backhand, dumps it in the zone. As Sioux Center will make a quick change here in the final 27 seconds. 2-on-1 now for the Flyers. Max Moore waits, he still waits, his shot, and Myers makes the save. and there's no rebound as he's able to cover for a whistle. What a move by Max Moore to fake out the defenseman, and Myers was still able to shut the door on him.
Well, and the defenseman went down, so it was basically a 2-on-none.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The move that Moore made to fake the pass like he did got the defenseman down, but Myers stayed strong and didn't falter on that save. Corey moves around, and he just lost the puck before he was in front of the net. Corey, a pass goes out to the high slot. There's a shot from Edwards, and a save is made. And we get a whistle with 10.6 left to go here in the first period. And it is the state tournament, and some tensions will start to build up the longer we stateside. And what a start to this game with just 10.6 seconds left to go in the first period. The faceoff's up coming to the right of Myers. This has been a heck of a first period. 18-11 in shots in favor of Sioux Falls, but we are tied 1-1. Faceoff is tied up, and it will be played from Corey. He gets pushed into the boards with 2 seconds to go, and now we're going to get a little bit of a tussle at the end of this first period as it goes just wide of the net, and now we get the linesman to make sure that everything is okay because McDonald's stick was underneath of Aiden DeJagger, and we get the whistle to end the first period. 1-1 is our score at the end of one. Shots are in favor of Sioux Falls as it is 18-11. So 18 shots for Sioux Falls, 11 for Sioux Center. 2 saves for Caden Heiser. It comes in relief of Ryan Flanagan, who has some kind of a leg injury. That's a lower body injury. We're talking hockey standards. That's a lower body injury for Ryan Flanagan. You can see him moving really, really slow. So it looks like Heiser at least is going to play the rest of this game, and we'll see if Flanagan maybe can find himself ready to go tomorrow.
Well, and I look at Flanagan, I almost wonder if he didn't pull a groin.
And
if you pull a groin, you're not going to get over that in
not
24
as a goalie.
hours.
Nope.
Not as a goalie.
So
he might be done for the tournament.
We saw him, and John called it. John saw him get up a little bit slow, and he wasn't able to recover. So we'll hopefully get him back somewhere in this tournament.
We hope that he's able to return. We don't want to see any injuries in this tournament, but should be is already a good first period. We'll step aside. We'll come back and have our first intermission report brought to you by the University of Jamestown, as it is a 1-1 game between Sioux Center and the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. Back with our first intermission after this. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, on a KSDR, on a KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
This moment of relief, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Call Becky Pottsaba at 605-224-4173 or Carrie Bauman at 605-224-1096. Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre. The Field House in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Field House with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big screen TVs. The Field House, 2013 East Gate Avenue in Pierre. Your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
How you move matters. Avera Orthopedics helps you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Whether you suffer from aches, breaks, tears, or dislocations, turn to the orthopedic team experienced in treating every body. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Insurance. We all need it, to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
As we welcome you back here and into our first Intermission report, brought to you by the University of Jamestown, where your success is our tradition. John McClure alongside Jeff Anderson, Jim Lloyd, as we welcome you into our first Intermission reports. Sioux Falls 1 and Sioux Center. It is the first game of 4 today, first of 11 this weekend. We'll have all 11 games for you on Capital City Rock, KSDR, KKQQ, and available to watch on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. It is a 1-1 tie. And what a wild first couple of minutes of this game.
Well, a couple of really interesting stories in that first period is the fact that Sioux Falls comes out like a hornet's nest and gets after it and gets a quick goal in this game and just pepper Luke Myers. And then, of course, Flanagan gets hurt. He may be done for the tournament. So they have to go to Caden Heiser, Sioux Falls. So it's really been the goalies have played a big part in this game. And look at the action up and down the ice.
And
it's been a fantastic first period.
Yeah, Sioux Falls came out ready to play. 11-0 on shots within the first minute and a half.
Yeah, and right now, of course, it's 18-11. It was 15-11 at one point. Sioux Falls got the last 3.
Yeah. The biggest thing is we talked about it too, that Luke Myers has to be the best Sioux Center Storm player, and he was, because of those 18 shots. There's about 15 to 17 of those shots that were very, very difficult to make the save. If he doesn't make the save, we're not sitting 1-1. We're sitting 7-1, 8-1, and when we're talking about the next game already.
Well, and not knowing how this game comes out, how it's going to end up, Luke Meyer might be the player of the game.
Yeah, he right now he's on track. If Sioux Center, well, depending on how the game even goes, I'm going to say if Sioux Center wins, he might be the player of the game just because of especially what he did in that first period. But all you needed was one shot, and what happened? Sioux Falls took a penalty, took a cross-check penalty, and the power play goal made it 1-1. Where you can say that even though it's 18-11 in shots, Sioux Falls, outside of those 2 penalty kills that they were on, and of course they gave up one of those goals, outside of those 2 penalty kills, they dominated this first period. Sioux Center's in the locker room right now thinking they won this first period. Sioux Falls is in the locker room thinking they lost this first period. Because it should not be 1-1 if you're Sioux Falls, thinking you should be in the lead by a lot. It should not be 1-1 if you're Sioux Center, because you didn't play your best period other than Luke Myers. And on the power play, you looked really good in the power play. But there was a good 13 and a half minutes where you didn't look very, I wouldn't say they looked bad, but they didn't look very good in this game. But yet it's still 1-1.
Well, we've talked a lot about being ready to play. And Sioux Falls was ready to play. 11 shots within the first minute. And Luke Myers, the first half of that period, he was the best player on the ice.
He absolutely was. And we hope Flanagan's okay. He made 8 saves on 9 chances, but something some kind of a lower body injury that he pulled. I don't know if he pulled himself out. He probably did. Pulled himself out of the game. Caden Heiser took over, and the luxury that Sioux Falls has is that they can go with that second goalie.
Yeah. Flanagan, he kind of moved a little funny when he went side to side one time, and it was just a little bit later. I saw him come over to the bench, and he had a conversation with the coach, and he did not return to the goal. For a kid to go over to the bench at that point, he's hurting pretty good, and we wish him the best and hope to see him again. He's a lot of fun to watch.
But he was smart in doing that so he could make the change and get somebody fresh in there.
Yeah, those 2 goalies, they got 2 quality goalies, and they know each other. They sit next to each other. They're always together all season long. And for him to say, hey, go on in, and it takes a lot for a kid to do that.
That's a better teammate than I'm not going to say there's no good teammates on any teams, but that tells you how good of a teammate he is.
Yeah.
Knowing that they got a better shot to win this hockey game with Caden Heiser in net than Ryan Flanagan.
Yeah.
And also you can say, I'm just hurting so bad. I wasn't thinking about anything else. I just don't want to be out there anymore. That might be the case too.
Yeah.
But we do wish the best for Flanagan. Hopefully that he's able to come back. But you know that it's something not good when you take yourself out of the hockey game, especially in a state tournament, because you're trying to gut through anything. So if it's that bad, it's got to be bad for him. Hopefully hopefully everything will be okay, but we hope that we can see Ryan Flanagan play in this tournament again.
He skated off under his own power at the period break, came out of the bench, skated off under his own power, but he's a little slow.
So it's a 1-1 game here at the end of the first period. We will step aside and we'll continue our first intermission report after this. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, on KSDR, on KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Renke Gray Wealth Management, a place where achieving success can only come from working together. We believe in deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change, family situations change. At Renke Gray Wealth Management, we want to help you navigate these changes because our commitment to you won't change. Let's work together on creating your financial plan for your financial freedom. Call Renke Gray Wealth Management at 224-5959 or visit us at renkegray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FIRNA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors. A registered investment advisor. GWM and Renke Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Please contact one of your South Dakota Kubota dealers today.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Owyhee Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
The Ram Coda in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ram Coda is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ram Coda has a full hot continental breakfast so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ram Coda in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today. As we welcome you back here and into the continue our first intermission report brought to you by the University of Jamestown. John McClure alongside Jeff Anderson, Jim Lloyd as we start to head in the second period. And your guys' least favorite questions that I ask, but my favorite questions I ask. And this is a fun one because it's 1-1 right now going into the second period. But, Jeff, I'll start with you. We'll start with the visitors who are above you, their benches below you. What's it going to take for Sioux Center to have a lead after 2 periods?
Well, they've got to crank it up a little bit here. They really got put back on their heels. But I think late in that first period they kind of got going. I think as a team you have to adjust to who you're playing against. And Sioux Falls really came out to play, and they really had to crank it up and get going on this game early. It wasn't, you can't go through the motions in a case like this. You got to get out and get after it, and I think they did that toward the end. The question is going to be there, do they have quite the depth to play with Sioux Falls? Because Sioux Falls has a lot of depth on this team. But I think they're going to have to be a little more physical, and they're going to have to crank it up a little bit.
All right, so now we go over to Jim, who is more standing right in front of the way of the scores table, but Sioux Falls bench is closer to you. What's it going to take for Sioux Falls to have a lead after the end of the second period?
Whatever you did before you came out in the first period, do it right now, because you've never seen a team ready to play like they were. 11-0 shots, that's unheard of. We don't see a team come out of the locker room like that. If they can do that this period, Sioux Center could get back on their heels again and going to take a power play or whatever it may be to get back in it. Come out like you just did.
It is a 1-1 game here at the end of the first period. We step aside and we have the second period for you next. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, KSDR, KKQQ, and Brookings, as well as watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Get in on the game. Get to Aberdeen to shop, dine, and relax. Spend the day checking items off your list from hundreds of local businesses where there's something for everyone. Please your palate with dozens of culinary options and let our service providers pamper you or help you take care of business. Check out the museum, art galleries, art classes, public library, and much more. We know you have choices. Thanks for spending time in Aberdeen. We always look forward to seeing you.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Wahi Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Owyhee Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Owyhee Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
The Ramkota in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ramkota is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ramkota has a full hot continental breakfast, so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ramkota in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today. As we welcome you back and into the second period, the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. They are tied with Sioux Center 1-1 as we head in the second period. John Wickler alongside Jeff Anderson, Jim Lloyd. Goal scorers in that first period. Brock Malwitz got the first goal of the game 17 seconds in from William McDonald and Evan Eberspacher. And then it was on the power play. Easton Vandenberg made it 1-1 with Aiden Jagger on the assist. We are underway here in the second period as it is the Sioux Center Storm that had the first possession, and they will dump it all the way down, and it will be played here by the Sioux Falls Flyers as it's played around to the far side, as it will be here for the Flyers again in their own end as they go from left to right. The Sioux Center Storm from right to left. That pass goes across the slot, and it bounced high over Heiser. Stayed in play off the top of the boards. Still knocked down, and Judah Bart has an opportunity, but it will be swung away and out of the zone eventually by Sioux Falls as Creed Wiring had to go back into the blue line, into his own, or to the neutral zone to pick it back up. Here is Jack Sievert as it's played up along the boards. Out of the zone, here comes William McDonald. And McDonald moving in, trying to come to the front of the net, and Luke Myers is able to stuff the 5-full close in time to make the save. But we almost had our second goal within the first minute of a period for Sioux Falls 1.
Luke Myers picking up where he left off.
Well, we talk about those first 2 minutes of a period and the last 2 minutes, and they really are critical.
Here is the face-off that's won by Sioux Center, but knocked down by Sioux Falls. At the blue line, it's held in by the Flyers as they'll chop it back down all the way on the other side of the far side of the net. Out of the zone it goes. Dolman will try and get it around the defenseman, but it will be end up picking up by the Sioux Falls. Clearing attempt is knocked down. Van Berkel with a shot that goes wide. That was disrupted by the stick of Max Moore. As it's here on the near side at the blue line. A battle, 4 players, 3 Sioux Center players, but it comes out of the zone where it's picked up by Corey Perdames. Perdames chips it along pass to Jagger. Perdames with a pass to the slot. Blocked away, back behind the cage, and around it goes on the far side and out of the zone by Sioux Falls, or by Sioux Center. Sioux Falls trying to push it back in. Then Dolman and Duden were in the same exact spot, so it's played back down by Sioux Falls. and then we get a whistle with the net off its moorings with 15:10 to go here in the second period. And again, Caden Heiser is the new goalie. He's made 2 saves so far. Flanagan left after making his 9th save. Actually, he wasn't even making his 9th save. He ended up leaving after a shot that went wide, and something didn't sit well with him. So he's still on the bench right now as it's played here for the Sioux Center Storm. As it's played out to the blue line, it is held in by the Sioux Falls Flyers. Tristan Schlechter. He's behind the cage. Pass in front. They score! A one-timer for Anthony Vallon. His 7th of the season. And Sioux Falls reclaims the lead 2-1 with 14:57 to go here in the second period.
For Vallon, his 7th goal of the year. He also had 6 assists.
And what a pass that came from Tristan Schlechter to make that one-timer happen. And it's a 2-1 lead now for the Sioux Falls Flyers. There's a shot attempt again, another save by Luke Myers. That pass, a backhander comes across. There's a shot off the goalpost by McDonald. Nearly made it 3-1. 14:40 to go in the second period. Sioux Falls gets the goal, and now they're starting to buzz again. McDonald with a shot that's blocked down. It was still a bouncing puck that got close to the net. And it comes back over Corey. There's a shot from the blue line. That goes wide. That came off the stick of, I believe, Jack Sievert. And it's played back around to the far side. Out to Sievert again. He'll hold the zone, plays it back into the corner. Matheson steps up, pinches and holds in. And it's played back around where Sievert will pinch to hold it in another time. A period of the long change. Sioux Center, they want to probably try and ice it as Corey has it in the near side corner. Good pass to the slot, blocked up on a one-timer. Came off the stick of Nick Lohr. And it will be Sioux Center eventually getting it out in the neutral zone. And it will be played around. Dolman up ahead for Duden. Duden backs it up, dusts it off. Pass goes off the stick, held in the blue line from Warwick. Duden now trying to pass it to the slot. It's loose in front. They score! Lucas Van Berkel from the slot ties it up 2-2 with 13:42 to go. Every time you think Sioux Falls has got the momentum, Sioux Center finds a way to answer back, and we're tied 2-2.
You hit that right on the head, John. Sioux Center hanging around, and they're not going to let this one get away from them.
Well, their 2 other meetings were 4-3 and 4-2. We've got that same kind of a game right here.
So Lucas Van Berkel ties it up 2-2 here with the 13:40 left to go here in the second period. That's a big goal for Sioux Center. As it's out to the blue line, Kate Edwards will push it back around. Duden gets the assist. And again, we are tied 2-2 with 13:23 to go in the second period. This is shaping up to be a good one. It's shaping up to be a good one before we even got 5 seconds in the first period. There's a backhander off the side of the goal post. That one came from Corey Perdames. Perdames with just 6 goals this year, but has 13 assists. McDonald, he will ice the puck for Sioux Falls. That one nearly took a bounce off the boards that almost kept it away from being an icing.
Well, and before that goal, Sioux Center was having trouble getting the puck out of their own zone.
That was a late
quite
shift.
a while.
It
Yeah,
was
it
a
really was.
long shift for those guys, and Duden to Van Berkel. That's a big, big goal for Sioux Center. 21-12 in shots. That was their first shot of the period. There's a face-off. There's a shot off the face-off. That was a save by Heiser. He had to be ready for that one. Puck that's blocked up as it's played here to the near side, and it will come out of the zone where it will be up. A couple guys looking for it to grab it with the glove, and it's played back in the Sioux Center zone where it's picked up now by Jorgen Corey. Pass to the slot, and that's broken up. Good stick there, and now 4-on-2 if the Sioux Center Storm hurry. Isaac Bart is in. He gets hip checked by Jack Sievert. Into the corner, pass goes missing as it goes out to the blue line and out of the zone as it's picked up by Landon DeYoung. Back in by Sioux Center, delayed offside, they'll tag back up. 12:20 left to go here in the second period as it's played around Corey. He gets to the top of the faceoff, down with a shot off the goalpost again.
Yes.
They continue at the goalpost. Corey, boy, and they are flush hitting the goalpost. We're hearing that all the way up here. That one will come out. Isaac Bart, 2-on-3 now. Over for Judah Bart. Judah Bart back for Isaac Bart, but it's broken up by the Flyers. Vollen brought it back in. He scored that second goal for Sioux Falls, but it is a 2-2 game right now. He backhands it in. Luke Myers will touch it over in the corner where Sioux Falls will go get a change as it's chipped off of the glass and out of the zone. Here comes the Sioux Center back in. Pass goes over for Isaac Bart. Trying to get back in front. A rebound. They score! Easton Vandenberg gives Sioux Center a 3-2 lead as they go celebrate with some of the students from Sioux Center. And a 3-2 lead with 11:35 to go here in the first period.
We talk about Sioux Center Storm hanging around in this one. They're no longer hanging. They're leading this one.
Yeah.
His second goal of the game.
Second period, yeah. They're giving them a 3-2 lead at 11:35.
So now you can say maybe Sioux Falls is hanging around.
Yeah, right. Sioux Falls got to find a way to get this tied right back up because the momentum, Sioux Falls has got to feel like they have been able to outplay Sioux Center in the first half of this hockey game.
And yet they trail.
Yet they're trailing 3-2. Exactly. That's going to be a lot. That becomes very frustrating when that happens. From the blue line, a dump in. Heiser makes the save, and he will cover for the whistle. That is just the third shots of the period. Excuse me, fourth shot of the period. 2 of those 4 shots have found the back of the net for Sioux Center. Everybody right now standing up on the bench for Sioux Center as they feel the momentum. They grab that momentum right now. Nick Lohr. Pass goes out of the zone as it's Perdames that brings it in. Good, again, a good back check by Grady Duden. Perdames still has it though in the corner. Throws it through the slot as it misses, and we get the net off its moorings again with 11:03 to go. And it is a 3-2 lead for the Sioux Center Storm here as we nearly in the halfway point of this hockey game.
Yeah, Grady Duden probably doesn't get the press or the coverage he should. He's a good player at both ends of the ice.
And I don't think anybody back checks better than he does.
That's right.
He's been doing that for years.
It's more than just the hair for Grady Duden.
Yeah.
Face off to the left of Myers. Matheson with a shot. Myers saw it all the way through and made a right pad save. Corey trying to toe drag around a defenseman. And now to be played back around. Sioux Falls was looking for a penalty. Didn't get it. Now Duden started to walk it in. Matheson takes it away. Pass is stolen back. Duden comes back around, chops at it, off the glass, stays in play again. Comes right in front. Dolman, he'll stop. He'll throw it off the side of the net. Everybody thought from the Sioux Center side that it went into the net the way it bounced off the side. And a clearing attempt goes down. Good glove there by Aiden DeJager. He looked like a first baseman knocking that down, or a shortstop. DeJager moves it back in. The defenseman back behind the net. He gets run down back behind the cage. But some support as it comes to the near side where Matheson will eventually pick it back up for Sioux Falls. Throws it over for Corey, 2-on-2 in. Jorgen Corey trying to move around. Then we get a whistle, and we'll have our first power play of the game for Sioux Falls 1. 10:06 left to go here in the second period. And our first penalty called against Sioux Center in a Pelican Power Sports power play for the Sioux Falls Flyers. As it's a trip that's called against Van Essen. So the first power play of the game for Sioux Falls 1. As we'll try and get their stats for you on the power play and how good they are on the power play. As it is in front, there's a shot and a save made. That one came from Max Moore.
Sioux Center 5th overall, 23%.
But Sioux Falls at number 3 on the power play at 26.2%. There's 26.4%.
You're
that
right.
one's cleared all the way down. Sioux Center, yeah, you mentioned Sioux Center. They're 5th in the league, 23.2% on the power play. So here comes Sioux Falls on their first Pelican Power Sports power play. Anthony Vallon, that is going to be William McDonald, and that's cleared away again by Sioux Center. Where Sioux Center kind of dominated those 2 power plays that they've had inside the zone. They scored on just one of them. Sioux Falls struggling to keep the puck in the zone right now. Still minute 5 on the power play. Cleared all the way down again by Sioux Center. They'll get a quick change with 9:05 to go.
Sioux Center, by the way, last in power kills.
So that penalty kill.
Penalty kills, 71%, yeah.
So they struggle on the penalty kill. As it's played out of the zone and into the Sioux Falls end. There's going to be the Sioux Center end, and it's cleared all the way down again by Sioux Center. Picked up by Grady Dune, looking to attack shorthanded. McDonald will stuff him into the boards. Picked back up, though, by Sioux Center again. They'll skate it out of the offensive end, play it back in their own end to clear it one more time down the ice with 25 seconds left to go in the power play.
You almost thought he was going the wrong way, didn't you?
He was going the wrong way, but a very good strategy by Sioux Center. Last call in the power play for Sioux Falls. Nick Lohr brings it in. Max Moore takes the puck, makes one move around, comes back to the blue line. Herbson will play it back to the near side corner. Down to 5 seconds of the power play. With 8:07 to go, Sioux Center has killed off that power play as it goes all the way down. There will not be an icing, as they were still on the penalty kill when they tried to dump it down. Heiser and Duden run into each other, and we get the net off its moorings because Duden tried to step behind Heiser as he was backing up to the net. So we get a whistle and a puck that will, a face-off that will be outside of the zone.
An interesting note, most of this period, the Sioux Center Storm players are all standing on the rails. Sioux Falls is sitting down.
Sioux Center is starting to sit down a little bit, get those, but their momentum is all on the Sioux Center Storm side right now as they lead it 3-2 with 7:50 to go in the second period. Isaac Bart pass goes over as it'll be brought in by DeJagger. There's a shot and Heiser makes the save. He was able to bat the puck out of the air and it'll be out of the zone. We saw something like that last night if you watched a little bit of maybe Minnesota Wild and the Detroit Red Wings, where Djokovic ended up putting the puck in his own net, trying to use his stick to clear the puck away.
And how'd that game come out?
The Wild won 6-5 in overtime. That was that 1 goal difference in that game. Gave the Wild 2 points instead of losing 5-4 in regulation. Here is Corey as he starts to move it into the offensive zone. Corey on the backhand. He gets into the corner. He had Valen in front. Couldn't get the pass over to him. Bumped off the puck and picked up by Sioux Center. Off the glass. That will go down for an icing as it rolls on edge. And we get a whistle with 6:57 to go here in the second period. Face-off, though, will be coming to the near side or the far side of Luke Myers.
Shots on goal still favoring Sioux Falls, 24-16.
You're listening to KCCR FM Blunt, as well as KSTR Watertown, KKQQ Brookings. All 3 radio stations will have all 11 games for you here this weekend. And, of course, all 11 games will also be on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. We get a penalty coming up against the Sioux Falls Flyers. Interference is called. Max Moore is back to the penalty box.
His second.
Yep, so he's going to be careful the rest of this game. Interference is the call on a Pelican Power Sports power play. The third one of the day for the Sioux Center Storm. Face-off will be coming to the right of Heiser to open up this third power play. So here with 6:47 to go, Lucas Van Berkel on the face-off. He'll win it and play it back for DeJagger. Back for Van Berkel again. Over for DeJagger. One-timer chance, a redirect that goes wide. It was off the stick of Heiser anyway, as Herbson will play it around Duden. As it's played over, Herbson couldn't get to the puck. It's held in by Sioux Center, and they have done a fantastic job, have Sioux Center on their power plays of being able to hem in the Sioux Falls Flyers. And there's a big check on the side. Nearly looked like it could have been boarding. Both referees keep their hands down, and it's going to be out of the zone as the pass was broken up by Nick Lohr. A good move around, and Van Berkel, who's already got 2, he moves it back in. He's looking for the hat trick here in game 1 of the state tournament. Van Berkel, pass goes across. DeJagger over for Duden. That pass, that one's off of a stick, and that one is high up, and the pop fly goes out of over the boards. Home run, and we get a whistle. That will come still in the offensive zone. Baseball is just, actually it's going to come out of the zone. But baseball, Major League Baseball, they figured things out, and they're going to be playing a full Major League Baseball season, just a couple days behind schedule. And a shameless plug for me, Pierre Governor High School Baseball. First game is April 1st. That's on KCCR and available to watch on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Sure it is.
Yeah,
it's April Fool's Day.
No.
We don't believe that.
No fooling around. That one's cleared all the way down off of Sioux Center. It was Sioux Falls still on the penalty kill anyway, so it wouldn't be icing. And Luke Myers has to cover for a whistle because Dom Skolton, one of the best penalty killers in the state, he came down. And it would be interesting, and I didn't, I guess I could have, didn't do it, but to see those 5 goals from Dom Skolton, how many were on the penalty kill? Because he is a force on the penalty kill for Sioux Falls. 5:35 to go in the second period. 45 seconds left to go on the power play. Rink wide pass. That one's going to be picked up here by Sioux Center. And it will be now Creed Waring to start to move it in. It was off of his stick, and then we get offside as Sioux Center brought it in, brought it back out, and Dolman brought it back in a second time and ended up getting called for an offside.
Sometimes there's nothing you can do. You're just offsides.
5:23 left to go here in the second period. 36 seconds left in the power play. Face-off is a tie-up on the far side boards. And it's Corey Perdames that's trying to do everything to keep it to keep it tied up, and then Sioux Center brought it back in offside again. So we've stayed on that far side of the ice around that face-off dot for the last 20 seconds, feels like.
Looked like an instant replay there.
Right. Dolman will take the face-off. Malwitz for Sioux Falls. And the face-off is controlled by Sioux Center in the neutral zone. Pass goes across, and then lightly dumped in by Vanny Henhouse. That one will clear all the way down off the stick of William McDonald. He's looking for a shorthanded chance. He has to go pick it up in the near side corner. He's pushed off the puck with 5 seconds left to go on the power play. Comes back over. Sioux Center is back in. No, they're all called offside.
Oh, that one was real close.
I don't know if the puck was in the zone or not. It looked like maybe that was almost a no-touch offside that was called against Sioux Center.
But
1 second left to go.
Nonetheless, it's an offside.
Yeah, 1 second left to go on the power play. And Max Moore waits for the face-off. Now he steps back out. Dumped in here by Malwitz on the backhand. Can't get the shot away as it's broken up. A backhand pass is knocked off the stick of Landon DeYoung, and it'll be played out of the zone here by Sioux Center. Isaac Bart and Judah Bart. There's a shot that was shouldered down by Heiser off the glove side. Judah Bart back in the far side boards. He can't pick it up, and now it's Jorgen Corey. And Corey will start to bring it in. Over for McDonald with a shot that goes just wide of the right pad of Myers. 4:10 left to go in the second period. There's a shot short side. Saban made the rebound. Chance, they stuff it in! It's Corey to stuff it in, and it's a 3-3 game with 4:06 to go here in the second period.
Luke Myers made the first two saves, and a small rebound. He almost had it on his pad. Sioux Falls Flyers find it.
And for Jorgen Corey, goal number 13 of the season. Then it comes on a rebound. Stuff chance. That's a big, big goal for Sioux Falls with 4:06 to go. Every goal in the state tournament is big, but to tie it back up is a big one for Sioux Falls. So Corey gets the goal. They're going to unassist a goal. There's a shot and a save by Myers. He had a little bit of room. Did Corey Perdames on that shot to the glove side, but Myers made the save, and a whistle with 3:53 to go in the second period.
He was using a Sioux Center player to try to screen him.
Nearly worked.
Yeah.
It was a good shot from Perdames, who was looking for his 7th of the season. An unassisted goal for Corey. Makes it a 3-3 hockey game with 3:45 left to go here in the second period. The Jagger, he'll turn to the corner on the far side. Pass to the slot, and that one misses. Picked it back up, though, by Van Berkel. He's got 2 of the 3 goals for Sioux Center. Pass comes in front, looking for Duden, but it's going to be cleared away, but not out of the zone. There's a wind-up shot that's blocked up by Max Moore. That one came from DeJagger. Here is Duden. Picks it right back up. And he gets pushed in the boards from Lohr. Comes back out to the blue line. Held in by Van Essen. Duden with 3:15 to go in the period. He tries to turn a couple of circles. Then he gets tied up. He goes down. And back the other way is Perdames. Leaves it off for Lohr. There's a pass back for Perdames. Looking for a redirect just off of his stick. And it was played by Myers. A good save there by Myers. Back in are the Sioux Center Storm. There's a pass from Van Essen. Wraparound opportunity, trying to put it back in front. And coming off the bench was Waring, so he is fresh, and he was able to get back to the puck to dump it back in. Max Moore will get it here for the Flyers. His pass is up and out of the zone. Dom Skolten here for the Flyers again in the offensive end. He gets around a couple different players. Skolten strong on his stick. He'll skate back behind the net. Pass, a one-time chance to save has made the rebound opportunity, and Myers made both saves.
Ooh, 2 pretty good shots there.
Yeah.
There's maybe an adjustment that Sioux Center needs to make in the third period. is that opportunity right in front, and we saw it. We've seen it about 3 or 4 times now, where the Flyers are standing right off to the side of the net, and they're getting one-time opportunities coming away off of behind the net pass. Sievert on the face-off win from the blue line. With 2:20 left to go in the second period. Good stick handle around, falling to the ice though was Vallon. Popped up in the air, Vallon gets it back and he shot it wide of the far post. That was a good play there from Vallon. Skolten again, the pass from Schlechter. Picked back up from Vallon. And here on the near side, Vallon back to the blue line, off of a couple of bodies, and it's going to be played by Judah Bart over for Isaac Bart, but he couldn't keep the puck with him. So Schlechter again from the red line, he'll dump it in, and it'll be with 1:50 left to go here in the second period. 3-3 is their score in game 1 of 11 of this state tournament. Game 1 of 4 today, all in the first round. Was onside. Judah Bart, though, picks it back up. Judah Bart, Isaac Bart in. Judah Bart, a pass over for Isaac Bart. Turnaround shot, and that one was wide. It came from the face-off dot on the far side. The Jagger couldn't hold the zone in. McDonald leaves it along, played along by Malwitz. He gets bumped off the puck. Goes back over on the far side. There's an opportunity, trying to get a breakaway, but it just missed Isaac Bart, and it will go for an icing because he just couldn't quite get the stick to it. And also he's saying, there's a minute 20 left to go in the second period. I'm late on a shift. I don't got the energy to get to that puck.
Yeah, I think you're right. There was just some tired legs there.
That's it. In the first minute of the third period, he's definitely got an opportunity to get to that puck, but he thought wisely and thought better of it, and there's no reason to get that energy wasted when it was going to be an icing. Here's an opportunity off the face-off. The first shot was blocked down. The second shot got blocked right in front of the net, and there's another chance that comes in, and Myers was able to cover up for a whistle. 1:13 left to go here in the second period.
Shots on goal starting to really favor Sioux Falls here. 31 shots to 17.
3-3, tie hockey game with 1:13 to go in the second period. Our first of 4 today. There's a shot that will go wide of Myers as it's played around to the far side, and it'll be out of the zone, picked up by Grady Duden. And Duden on the far side boards, Max Moore. That one's turned over, held in the zone, fanning on a shot attempt, another chance that was blocked up. That one didn't get all the way through. That one came from Van Essen. And Max Moore for the Flyers, 3-on-3, carries it in onside on the near side wings. He is knocked down off the puck and cleared up the ice, but not out of the zone as it's held in by Cade Edwards by the glove. He shot it to the far side corner, played back across in the rink-wide pass. Looking for a turnaround shot, instead threw it back for Edwards, and the save is made by Myers, who dropped his stick in front of the net just to make sure that that puck was covered up cleanly with 30.1 left to go here in the second period. 3-3 with 30.1 to go here in the second. The face-off here, there's a pass that goes over. It'll be in the zone by the Sioux Falls Sioux Center Storm. Down to 17 seconds to go. Trying to get back on side at Sioux Center. They're trying to continue to just get in on side, and we get another offside call against Sioux Center. And we get a whistle with 13.4 left to go here in this second period.
Very entertaining period.
It's off the face-off win. There is a penalty that's going to come up against, going to be Sioux Falls with a high stick. And with 11.1 to go.
It was a stick to the chops.
Yes.
So it'll be Malwitz that will go back to the penalty box. He also has 2 penalties now. So it's a high sticking penalty with 11.1 left to go here in the second period. And it's now the 4th Pelican Power Sports power play. And McDonald, the captain of the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers, having a conversation with the referee. To no avail. 11 seconds to go. Face-off is won by Sioux Center, but comes out of the zone. And with 6 seconds left to go, a pass from Aiden DeJagger, trying to get one shot away. Down to 1 second. The shot's blocked up. A wind up at the buzzer. And Isaac Bart said, we'll try the third period.
I thought he would let that one go.
So it is a 3-3 hockey game at the end of 2 periods. 32-17 in shots in favor of Sioux Falls 1. But yet we are tied here at 3 at the end of 2. 1:49 will be remaining here of the fourth Pelican Power Sports Power Play as we head into the third period, and we'll have that for you. We'll have the second intermission report come up for you here in just a couple of minutes. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, on a KSDR, on KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Renke Gray Wealth Management, a place where achieving success can only come from working together. We believe in deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change, family situations change. At Renke Gray Wealth Management, we want to help you navigate these changes because our commitment to you won't change. Let's work together on creating your financial plan for your financial freedom. Call Renke Gray Wealth Management at 224-5959 or visit us at renkegray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FIRNA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors. A registered investment advisor. GWM and Renke Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union's recreational loan special is in full swing with rates as low as 2.25% APR and terms as long as 15 years. Now is your chance to get into that new or used boat, jet ski, camper, motorcycle, UTV, or ATV you've been dreaming about. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let the girls at Owyhee Federal Credit Union make that dream a reality.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Owyhee Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
As we welcome you back here and into our second intermission reports, John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson, Jim Lloyd, as it is a 3-3 hockey game here at the end of two periods. And as we look at the scoring, we'll get you that first here. We failed to do that after the first period. So here in this second period, scoring was Anthony Vallon to make it 2-1. That was an assist by Tristan Schlechter. Came with 14:57 to go in the second period. So just 2 minutes and 3 seconds in. And then it was Lucas Van Berkel that tied it back up at 2-2 from Grady Duden. That was an even strength goal as well. That came with 13:42 to go in the period, so just a minute and 15 seconds later. And then with 11:35, Sioux Center took a 3-2 lead as it was Easton Vandenberg, Easton Vandenberg, his 12th of the season, from Isaac Bart, made it 3-2. And then Jorgen Corey, an unassisted goal that he stepped in the rebound with 4:06 to play in the second period, ties it 3-3 here at the end of two periods. Guys, this has been one heck of a hockey game to start off an entire state tournament.
I think it's a great game.
It sure
has. A lot of fun, a lot of entertaining, and that type of thing.
It is, and look at shots right now, 32-17 in favor of Sioux Falls 1. Again, I think Sioux Falls 1 in the locker room right now is feeling like they are losing this hockey game. Even though they scored the latest goal to make it 3-3, they feel like they have outplayed Sioux Center, and because it's tied, now granted, good teams will not think that they're losing when it's tied, but the feeling's got to be closer that they're losing in this game, where Sioux Center got to be feeling like they're winning this hockey game because while they're getting outshot, they're one shot away from taking a lead again.
Well, and Sioux Center, because they've been outshot by a large margin, 32-17, they've got to make the most of their chances. They don't get many shots on goal, so they've got to make the most of those chances when they get into that offensive zone.
Yeah. And they haven't been able to.
No.
And the Storm, 6th seed, they're just hoping to have a game, right? Let's just come out and play well. They don't have that attitude. Let's go out and win this game.
Yeah, and with a 3-3 tie, who can argue? But these two played 2 other games this close all year, so why should this game be any different?
Yeah, both games in regular season decided by 1.
4-3, 4-2. Sioux Falls did win both of those. But Sioux Falls almost has to wonder at this point in time, what do we got to do to get a lead and keep it?
Yeah,
They have outplayed them in so many facets of this game, and yet Sioux Center is tied.
Well, and Luke Myers, I mean, he might be the difference in the game right now.
Yeah.
He's holding him in the game, giving him a chance to win.
29 saves on 32 shots. Caden Heiser, he came in with he's only faced 8 shots, and he's given 2 goals up on 8 shots. It's hard for a goalie to come in, especially that early in a game, because one, the mental focus, everybody's focused in, even the backup goalie, but it's just a bit different on a focus when you're the starter or when you're the backup guy. And most times, without a game being out of hand, the backup guy doesn't see a lot of playing time, if any.
Well, and that's why the backup guy has got to be ready just for instances like that. Sometimes you go through a whole season and never get into a situation like that, but you've got to be ready every game just for that type of situation.
Well, and you come out and you warm up, right?
Yeah.
You get warmed up, you get ready to play, and then what do? You go to the bench and you sit there for 4, 5, 6, 10 minutes halfway through the period, right? And then all of a sudden you're asked to come in, and oh my gosh, it's a power play.
Yeah, and then you got to get your head into the game at the same time.
Yeah,
and he made those 2 saves in the first period that he saw. He's made in that second period, he ended up making 4 saves on 6 shots, but it's still, and to his credit too, he's played well. We don't want to say because the save percentage isn't there, as he's not going to make an excuse. Nobody wants to make an excuse for him, and he'd be the last one to make an excuse. But he's done well. In the circumstances of having to come in a state tournament where the nerves are already kind of there, and then you're saying now you're called upon to come in the game in relief. That doesn't happen for goalies very often.
Kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The penalty kill was just starting when you had to start that when you had to come in the game, and they were able to right now be tied. That says a lot about Caden Heiser as well.
Yeah, good quality goalie, and like you said, it takes a lot of toughness to come into the situation he did. Hand it to him.
Well, some people respond better coming off the bench, so to speak, and playing, and in this case, or some people are better in a term of called starters.
Yeah, some don't like to come in.
No.
They like to know when they wake up in the morning that they're going to be playing in net. And so it's been, he's played well, but Sioux Center, knowing that he's made now just 6 saves on 8 shots, we got to pepper him in that third period if you're Sioux Center.
Yeah, and goalies have played a big part in this game so far, and this is the first game of the tournament. We didn't really see the goalies play that big a part last weekend in most of the girls' games, but already they're making a big statement here.
Yeah, Luke Myers has made the biggest statement of the 3 goalies that we've seen in this first game, and we still got another 3 games left to go as we head into the third period of game number 1.
And afterwards, we will, of course, name a player of the game, and they'll get a hockey puck from the South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association. And so far, Luke Myers, my choice for player of the game at this point.
I was going to say it could be a goalie. I don't think last weekend with the girls tournament we did not choose a goalie. I don't know. You look at these 2 goalies, either one of them.
They're both standout goalies.
Well, Easton Vandenberg right now, he's trying to make a name for himself in the player of the game. He's got 2 of the 3 goals for the Sioux Center Storm. So 3-3 is our score here at the end of 2 periods. We will step aside and we'll have more of our second intermission reports as you're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, on KSDR, on KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre.
This moment of relief, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Call Becky Pottsaba at 605-224-4173 or Carrie Bauman at 605-224-1096.
How you move matters. Avera Orthopedics helps you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Whether you suffer from aches, breaks, tears, or dislocations, turn to the orthopedic team experienced in treating every body. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Please contact one of your South Dakota Kubota dealers today.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Get in on the game. Get to Aberdeen to shop, dine, and relax. Spend the day checking items off your list from hundreds of local businesses where there's something for everyone. Please your palate with dozens of culinary options, and let our service providers pamper you or help you take care of business. Check out the museum, art galleries, art classes, public library, and much more. We know you have choices. Thanks for spending time in Aberdeen. We always look forward to seeing you.
Changing the game, Aberdeen.
Back here at the Shields Iceplex as we are getting set for the third period. John Wickler alongside Jeff Anderson, Jim Lloyd. Sioux Falls 1 and Sioux Center tied 3-3 here at the end of 2 periods. And gentlemen, get to ask the question because we're tied after the end of 2 periods. And Jeff, you get to start with you and Sioux Center. What's it going to take to win this hockey game?
Well, I think they're a real gritty bunch, and I think they play with a lot of heart. I don't think they have quite the depth, maybe the skill that Sioux Falls has, but they hang right in there with everybody. And if they can keep out of the penalty box and take advantage of the chances when they get them, because they aren't getting many, they might pull this game out.
And Jim, for Sioux Falls to pick up a win, what's it going to take?
Well, Sioux Falls in that second period really started to buzz around in front of Luke Myers, and I think that's the key. Rebound goals might make the difference in this one.
Or as we call them, garbage goals.
Those count. They all count the same.
That's right.
1:49 left of a power play. A Pelican Power Sports power play for Sioux Center to open up this third period. And that third period is for you next. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, KSDR, on a KKQQ, and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Fieldhouse with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big screen TVs. The Fieldhouse, 2013 East Gate Avenue in Pierre. Your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
This is Ashton Grease, captain of the Wahi Capitals boys varsity hockey team. Spring is right around the corner. It's time to start thinking about getting your roof repaired. My dad at Weatherall Roofing is the guy to call. Weatherall Roofing offers commercial roofing options, including metal roof restorations and EPDM rubber roof restorations. When hockey season is over, you'll find me on a roof somewhere. Check out our website at www.weatherallroof.com or call Chad at 224-7982. Go Caps!
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre.
The Ram Coda in Aberdeen has everything for business travel needs. We have meeting and banquet spaces to host your event with a restaurant and lounge on site. For the leisure times or the fun business meetings, the Ram Coda is located next to 2 golf courses. The Ram Coda has a full hot continental breakfast, so you don't have to leave the comfort of the building. And don't forget to use your Best Western rewards at our pet-friendly establishment. The Ram Coda in Aberdeen, 1400 8th Avenue Northwest. Call 605-229-4040 to make your reservation today. Back here for the third period, as it is the Sioux Center Storm tied up with the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson, Jim Lloyd. Third period with a minute 49 of a power play for the Sioux Center Storm to open up this third period. And it will be a big one here for the Sioux Center Storm team. They're 1 for 3 right now in the power play. Their 4th Pelican Power Sports power play. And Sioux Falls will win the opening faceoff as we are underway here in the third period. And again, the winner of the next period, whether it's this one, the other one, we have to go to 3, 4, 5 different periods. The winner of the next period will move on to the state semifinals tomorrow afternoon to face the winner of our next game, which will be Brookings and Sioux Falls 2. Grady Duden back from his own net, had a chop at it as the first one to get over to his Corey Perdames. And Perdames played it back on the corner as he's trying to kill off more time with a minute 17 left to go on the power play. Pushed back in by Sioux Falls. They're going to try and make some short shifts here on the penalty kill. As it is into the zone, moved in by Aiden DeJagger. And DeJagger on the backhand, back behind the net, out to the blue line, is picked up by the Flyers. A race after it. It's Dom Skolden. Dom Skolden is in shorthanded. Couldn't get a shot away. He's pushed by Lucas Van Berkel. Good back check there by Van Berkel. But Skolden comes away with the puck. Tell you about how strong, how big that guy is. 44 seconds left to go on the power play. Out of the zone it goes, and over on the far side. It is Easton Vandenberg that got to it first, and then getting knocked down was Dom Skolden. The puck was still loose over there, and Tristan Schlechter will pick it up. And Schlechter over on the far side corner. As it's into the corner, 23 seconds left to go, and there's a penalty coming up against Sioux Falls. An elbow is called against Sioux Center, Penalty against Sioux Center, an elbow, and that will end the power play. We'll have 22 seconds of a 4-on-4. As going to the penalty box will be it will be Graydon Van Essen, which will be his second penalty. So we've seen 6 penalties. No, it is DeJagger. We want to make sure it gets 16 right and not 18. I was about ready to say we've had 6 penalties in this game by 3 different players. But with 15:32 to go in the third period, it is 4-on-4 for another 18 seconds now. Cade Edwards, pass is intercepted over for Duden just off of his stick. And racing to it and getting to it first will be Duden and Nick Lohr. Down to 7 seconds left to go before we get our second Pelican Power Sports power play for the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. And here comes Mullins out of the penalty box and now on the power play. Cade Edwards is in the zone as it goes around for McDonald. He gets pushed off the puck. Goes back to the blue line. Edwards is there. Is played back again the near side. Perdames back for Edwards. Now back to Perdames again. Pass goes across, a one-time chance, and it was pushed wide. That one by Schlechter. By Max Moore. Here's Moore again with it on the far side. Off the boards, good pass back to the blue line. Goes across, a one-time chance, partially flanned on by Perdames. He's flexing the stick to make sure that he didn't break the stick on that one-timer. Out to the blue line. Edwards couldn't hold the zone. Duden's going to race after it, as McDonald will get to it first. He'll play it around the far side, wrapped around the boards. It is the Sioux Center Storm that will get to it first. And picked back up by the Sioux Falls Flyers, though. Back in the zone. Here is Max Moore. He'll turn, gets the position to throw it around the boards for Perdames. And Perdames back for William McDonald. From the blue line, walks it across the line. A shot that got all the way through, and Myers made the save, and it will be cleared all the way down by Sioux Center with 13:55 to go and 23 seconds left on the power play. Final call, second power play for Sioux Falls 1. Looking for their first power play goal to get the lead. Valen is in to the face-off dot around, trying to stuff it in front. The puck was loose, and then a bunch of guys are all into the net. The net's still on its moorings. Luke Myers will bend down to pick up the stick, but he can't find it. He's had a stick in the wrong spots, and it'll be played all the way out of the zone, all the way down. They're going to wave off icing. So the first man to get to it will be DeJagger out of the penalty box. DeJagger behind the net on the back end, trying to stuff it in. Heiser had the post stuffed over, and it'll be played back to the far side where Dominic Skolden off the boards and out of the zone. Here in the neutral zone and dumped back in by Sioux Center. They have killed off now both penalties against. The Sioux Falls Flyers 0 for 2 on the power play. Sioux Center 1 for 4 on the Pelican Power Sports power play. At the red line, DeJagger will throw it back in. Heiser goes back behind the cage to play it. Sievert back for Edwards. And as Cade Edwards walks it up into the neutral zone, a good pass for Daves. There's a shot up high. There's a rebound chance. It was Corey that was over there and nearly had rebound opportunity. This one will be iced by Sioux Center with 12:32 to go here in the third period.
That was a great opportunity there for a rebound goal. Myers keeping it under control in front of him.
34-17 in shots in favor of the Sioux Falls Flyers. As Corey Perdames wins the face-off to the left of Myers. Eberspacher trying to get a shot away. That was broken up by Perdames. And then being pinwheeled and stuck into the corner. Hard off the corner went to Nick Lohr. And an icing is called against Sioux Center. So Nick Lohr can make his way to the bench. He seems to be okay.
Kind of an awkward fall there. Kind of had his skates in the wrong spot and really awkward. It really wasn't a check of any kind, but he likes to see him skate off under his own power, doing just fine.
Face off to the left of Myers. As Malwitz, a little bit of a false start. They drop the puck again anyway with those two, and it's won by Sioux Center. Judah Bart, a backhand pass, goes behind Dolman and Isaac Bart, but it does go out of the zone where Brock Malwitz will have to pick it back up at the red line, play it back to his own blue line for Eberspacher. Edwards up ahead. Walking in is McDonald. Leaves it along for Malwitz as he took a hit to make a play. Back behind the cage. There's a chance for Corey. Trying to go short side again on Myers. And it did not touch Luke Myers. It went straight into the net and out of play. And we get a whistle that will take the faceoff out of the zone with 11:53 to go here in the third period.
And a 3-3 hockey game.
3-3 is our score. The next one, as we talked about, the first 6 goals that have been scored, is always a big one, but this one becomes even a bigger one because you take a lead with under 12 minutes to go in the third period. There's a bouncing puck, dumped in by Sioux Falls, was stopped by Myers. That is his 32nd save of the game. Duden fans on the first pass. His second pass goes off the stick of Van Berkel, and back in here for Sioux Falls. Corey back to the front of the net, and unable to get a stick to it was Perdaves. McDonald was able to seal off Duden to get to the puck. Back out Matheson, a wind-up shot was redirected by Perdames, and somehow Myers was able to make the save. Picked back up by Sioux Center on the near side corner. Pass goes across from Easton Vandenberg. Duden's been all over this game. Just 1 assist so far, though, for him. Done a really good job back-checking for Sioux Center. Perdames. It's going to be Corey trying to get it to Perdames on the backhand, but it's intercepted. But it comes back now for McDonald. His shot, glove save made by Myers, but he didn't cover for the whistle. It went off the glove, didn't catch it cleanly. Back to the blue line, it's held in. Sievert with a chance. That one comes back over, backhander for Perdames, shot it wide. Cade Edwards across the blue line, now picked up by Duden. A breakaway for Duden, but it went too far off his stick. A rebound chance goes off the side of the nets from Duden. He had the opportunity, but pushed it too far in front of him. Now 3-on-2 the other way. Sioux Falls moving in. Back ahead. There's a shot goes off the side of the cage. Things are starting to open up here in the third period.
Big time.
As Corey keeps it in the zone. Corey moving in to the slot. A save made by Myers and no rebound. Corey had right out in front, and Myers made a huge save to keep this 3-3 with 10:17 to go in the third period.
You can see where Corey was trying to go, too. He was going to try to go back over the right-hand side of Meyer as Meyer slid to his left.
Luke Myers has made 35 saves on 38 chances. There's another chance, make it 36 saves on 39 chances. With 10:13 to go, we get another whistle. That'll be to the left of Myers. Boy, has he played a heck of a hockey game here in this, now going in with about 10 minutes to go in the third period. As it's played over here to the near side, into the zone, Schlechter. It's taken away by the Sioux Center Storm, and now Judah Bart. And Bart plays it rink wide into the zone off of the stick of Dolman, but back out for the Sioux Falls Flyers. Anthony Valent, he moves it in. A good stick there. Good back check and a good play by DeJagger. He's going to step up in the play now with the two Barts and DeJagger. Isaac Bart back over for DeJagger. There's a shot. Save is made by Heiser, and he covers for the whistle. No rebound there with 9:38 to go here in the third period. And we remain tied 3-3.
What a game. It's getting to that point, at the 9:38 mark. It's getting to the point where this next one becomes more and more crucial because time at somewhere along the line becomes a factor.
As the faceoff is won by Sioux Falls, it'll be played by a high stick of Sioux Center. Not a penalty of Sioux Center, but just a high stick from Sioux Center. And it is with 9:31 to go here in the third period. Still 3-3 our score between the Sioux Center Storm and the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. Face off to the right of Myers. And it's won by Sioux Center, but not in the zone, held in by Siebert. There's a shot that Myers saw all the way. And out of those 37 saves and 40 shots that he saw, that might have been the easiest one that he saw today.
Yeah, you're right.
And I say easy, it's easy for him, not easy for us. There's no way that we make that save. We still somehow mess that one up.
And he's checking some equipment here, is Luke Meyer.
9:26 to go here in the third period. 3-3, 40-18 in shots in favor of Sioux Falls. Over doubling up. There's a rebound chance. Myers made the saves. He's just barely able to move it away from that opportunity in front of the net. Corey has it again. There's a fanned on, but partially nearly cleared away by Sioux Falls. Jorgen Corey trying to wrap it back to the top of the zone, but it's intercepted by Sioux Center. This one now intercepted by McDonald to the slot. Pass goes over, and Corey couldn't redirect that pass over to the front of the net. There's a high puck that goes to the top of Myers. Get a neck stretch on that one, having to look over it like a rainbow, and it's played over back in the zone by Sioux Falls. As Corey brought it back in again, played back around to the far side. It's going to be held in by Siebert. Jack Siebert with a shot redirected, and it goes just high by Corey. He was standing right in front and nearly had a good redirect. And Sioux Falls looking to make a change as Corey comes back to his own bench. 8:24 to go in the third period. We are still tied 3-3. This one comes to the blue line. Out comes Max Moore in the offensive end. Moore moves in. Moore looking to get to the front of the net. There's a rebound chance that was stuffed again by Myers. All the way down, goes just wide of Heiser. We get a whistle with 8:08 to go here in the third period.
Nick Lohr found himself wide open in front of the net. Couldn't get a pass over to him, but he was wide open standing in front of Luke.
42-18 in shots in favor of Sioux Falls 1. But again, we are still tied 3-3 with 8:08 left to go in the third period. There's a loose stick. There's a rebound chance, and Myers will cover for a whistle.
Dangerous puck right there. Just trickling in front of Luke Meyer. I don't know how those guys see that right at their skates like that.
So Perdame's lost his stick at Hockey Headquarters loose equipment. And you can head over, if you're here in Sioux Falls, you can just head over basically next door. There's a rebound chance in front. It goes just wide of the nets. Nick Lohr was pushed down to the ice. Meyer somehow made the save. And now Duding trying to go the other way. He avoids a big check from Eberspacher. And from the near side, there's another big check. Things are opening up, and we're going to see a lot of big checks here. We haven't seen a whole lot of checks in high school hockey this year, but the referees are letting them play a little bit more. As it's kicked along, and offside is called against Sioux Falls, as Edwards was in just a moment too early. And we get a whistle with 7:31 to go in the third period.
Down in the corner down there, one of the Sioux Center kids came off the ice hurting a little bit, and that looks like Van Berkel holding an arm, it looks like.
Yeah, Van Berkel, who's got a goal so far for Sioux Center, he's in a little bit of some pain right now. As it's dumped in by Sioux Falls on the face-off win. William McDonald plays it over to the near side, to the far side. That one's broken up, and a pass over from Number 6, that's Easton Vandenberg. Delayed offside again by Sioux Falls. They will try and tag back up, and now back in onside. Moving back in, there's a chance and another save by Luke Myers, who's now made 42 saves on 45 chances in a 3-3 tie with 7:07 to go here in the third period.
Sioux Falls making it tough for Sioux Center to get into their zone.
Judah Bart comes on late. Grady Duden will have to stay back out on the ice.
Yeah, Sioux Falls being on the attack right now in this last minute and a half.
And we get a face-off that's won by Sioux Falls, but then picked back up by Duden. And now it's Brock Malwitz with a chance that goes wide to the near side. It's played back over again on the near side in the corner. Picked back up by Vandenberg. Flips it high out to center ice. Knocked down by Bart. He was standing at the blue line. Isaac Bart pass goes across. Is intercepted. And now 3-on-3 going the other way. But a good stick from Aiden DeJagger.
That's a great defensive play.
That is a huge play, but then he ices the puck, and we have William McDonald who dropped his stick, and he is in a lot of pain as he's hunched over at the bench trying to get across and into the bench over the boards. He took his helmet off over at the bench. Boy, he is dealing with a lot of pain right now. 6:35 to go here in the third period. And a faceoff will be to the left of Myers. 45-18 in shots in favor of this Sioux Falls 1 team, the 3 seed. Taking on the 6 seed. It is 3-3. In is Judah Bart. Pass goes over for Dolman. Dolman lost his stick. And it almost looked like it was going to go all the way to hockey headquarters. There's another man that lost his stick, falling to the ice, lost a glove as well, was looking for a penalty. That was Lucas Van Berkel that's going to come off the ice again. That one comes all the way in front, and then jumping over Luke Myers and into the crossbar was Cade Edwards. Things have really opened up. And it's almost opened up to the point where things are getting a little out of control here. Boy, oh boy, was that a huge, with Luke Myers got down, Cade Edwards couldn't stop. Looking again like it was like the Mighty Ducks. And the guy I can't think of the name right now, is drawing a blank, but the guy that can't stop for the Mighty Ducks and ended up having to jump over the top of Luke Myers. Somebody hopefully will fill me in on his name. I don't know if it was Aberman or who it was. There's another. Yeah, they got to get another stick. This is the laundry on the field like it's penalty flags, but there's a bunch of loose sticks. Like I said, that one looked like it was going to go flying to hockey headquarters, which it's just right down the road here from the Shields Iceplex.
Great place. Never get into Sioux Falls. Stop in. It's a great place to go.
Sioux Center ices the puck with 6:03 to go here in this third period. And the face-off will come to the right of Myers another time. We are tied 3-3 with 6:03 to go here in the third period. In game 1 of 4 today, 11 in this tournament. Here's Isaac Bart. A pass goes over for Judah Bart. It is played by Sioux Falls. The linesman pirouetting out of the way to make sure that he doesn't get in the way of a pass. That one comes to the slot, but broken up by Sioux Falls again. And here comes Corey Perdaves. He's checked off the puck with 5:38 to go. That one back behind the net. Pass comes in front. It's loose in the top of the slot right there, but it's broken away. There's another chance, and Wyatt Herbson a shot, and Luke Myers makes his 44th save. They one shot so far in this third period for Sioux Center.
Yeah, Sioux Falls really controlling the puck right now is Sioux Falls, and they've been on the attack almost this entire period. Again, Luke Myers doing a wonderful job.
15-1 in shots in favor of Sioux Falls, but there has been no goals scored in this third period, and it's still a 3-3 hockey game. 5:23 left to go here in the third period. It'll be played to the near side. Falling to the ice was Dolman, but carrying the puck out of the zone was Van Essen. And now it's picked up by Van Berkel. Good to see him back on the ice. He's had a couple of tough last shifts, getting hurt in a couple different areas on the body. Lucas Van Berkel still with it behind the net. He's trying to wrap it around, trying to stuff it in. It's loose, and Heiser is able to cover for a whistle. And we got
bodies on the ice.
We got a couple of bodies on the ice, a couple of extra pushes at the end of the whistle.
Every player is in front of the ice right now.
Third down and 2.
Yeah.
it's 3-3 with exactly 5 minutes to go in this third period. And again, it's the state tournament. Tension's a little bit higher, a little extra pushing and shoving after whistles. Referees are going to let it get out of hand, but they're going to let you go a little bit longer than in the regular season.
Yeah, you like to see
and Heiser has not seen a shot in a while.
He got that second save of this period. He's only seen 2 in 12 minutes of this third period. That one chipped down using the 9-iron instead of the sand wedge. Ends up going down for an icing with 4:51 to go. But also that looks like if I use a sand wedge too, because it's actually no. It didn't. It went farther than if I'd used a sand wedge or 9-iron. I was going to say that it's still you didn't have the backspin, didn't have the right backspin for a useful shot in golf. As it's played out of the zone by Sioux Falls, they had ice the puck.
Lift with the 9-iron.
As Grady Duden offside is called against Sioux Center, with 4:42 to go here in the third period.
First of 4 today.
And again, our next game, which will be the 2 versus 7 seed, which is Brookings and Sioux Falls 2, that's scheduled for 11:35 start. Another offside against Sioux Center, which gives you the opportunity to say, we will never start a game prior to puck drop, other than maybe a minute or two before. But there's an opportunity, there's possibility that we get behind schedule at any point, because with 4:35 to go, if nobody scores, we're going to probably be behind schedule the rest of the day. As Jorgen Corey brings it in for Sioux Falls. Over a shot that goes wide to the near side as it's played back around here to the corner. And in the near side corner, it's going to be picked back up again by the Sioux Falls Flyers with 4:17 to go in the third period. It is Corey. Pass to the top of the slot for McDonald. That shot's off of a stick and it goes into the netting. Out of play for a whistle with 4:12 left to go here in this third period.
Still plenty of time, obviously, in a tied-up game here. But the next one's going to be big. It may not win the game, but it's going to be huge for momentum.
It's going to be close to winning the game. Face-off is won by the Flyers. That shot by Edwards went wide of the glove side of Myers, who's made 44 saves. There's a bouncing puck. Moore turning with a shot, and it's blocked up. That one was blocked up by Vanny Henhouse. Here to the near side. It is still with it Perdaves. Moore with a shot. It's loose in the slot, trying to find a way, and it comes free for the Sioux Center Storm. And Isaac Bart, Judah Bart, 2-on-2. Bart moves in with a shot. Save is made. Rebound comes back to Heiser, and he's able to kick it out of the right pad. Out to the blue line and out to the neutral zone. Picked back up by Van Berkel. Max Moore with a shove. Excuse me, that was Creed Warwick. Out to the blue line again and out to the neutral zone. Back in as the Flyers. Trying to toe drag, move around. Comes back to Nick Lohr. Lohr pass through the slot, misses. Out for a wind-up shot by Eberspacher that goes high and off the glass. 3:18 left to go in the third period. Again, there is no series here. It's just one game, and the winner moves on to the state semifinals. The losers in the consolation bracket, consolation semifinals tomorrow morning. There's another dump in by Sioux Falls. The loser, you cannot win the state championship. That goes all the way down from the red line behind the cage. It goes up to Caden Heiser to play it, so there is no icing. In is Malwitz. He scored the first goal of the game. His shot's blocked up. Played back around to the far side, where it's Waring to play it back to the blue line, but not in the zone. Knocks it down with the glove, trying to clear the zone again another time. He does. Could have been 3-on-1, but it went just past the stick of Duden. Thrown in by Malwitz, but he did not touch it, so there is an icing. Malwitz was standing at the blue line of Sioux Center, and he fanned on it, trying to dump it all the way in, and we get a whistle with 2:32 to go here in the third period. I want to tell you that there will be a 5-minute break if there is no scoring here the next 2:32. Play a 10-minute period, and if there's no scoring after that, that's when we get the fresh sheet of ice for the next one, the next overtime period. There's a block shot. Out of the zone it goes, and we'll go all the way down. Luke Myers will play it over to the near side. There's a penalty coming up against Max Moore.
Well, and if that is, that's his third.
That's a boarding call against Max Moore. So that he is done regardless.
And that's could be a big penalty. 2:16 left in this one.
So it's a 2 and a 10. But Max Moore is actually done. So to serve the penalty will be Peyton Gravitt. And a timeout will be taken here by Sioux Center with 2:16 to go. And this will be the 5th Pelican Power Sports power play, where Sioux Center is now 1 for 4 on the power play. And with 2:16 left here in this third period, it becomes Sioux Falls' goal is basically to take this to overtime right now.
Yeah, I mean, the next one is obviously huge with 2:16 left. I'm not so sure still if one more goal is going to win this game.
I think, well, for the next 2:16, that's a possibility. Otherwise, then it turns into a reality the next goal is going to win the game. But this is, I mean, Sioux Center has been able to dominate the power plays. They've only scored on one of the 4 that they've had, but for the most part, they've been able to have those 2 minutes of control. Yep. So it really, if you're Sioux Falls, you're not thinking shorthanded goal. You're thinking we've got to kill this off, and at the best right now is we want to go to overtime.
Yeah.
And Sioux Center is going to come down, and they're going to try to set up and control the puck.
So
great way to start the tourney.
You can't ask for a better game to start this tournament out. And we have 4 games for you today, another 4 tomorrow, and 3 on Sunday. All on Capital City Rock, KSDR, on a KKQQ, and then available to watch for free on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. With 2 minutes to go here in the third period. Minute 45 left on the power play. Aiden DeJagger. This is a big power play opportunity. DeJagger, Max Moore is done for the rest of the game with that 2 and a 10. He has got picked up his 3rd and 4th penalty, so he is out for the rest of this game. 1:45 left to go here in the third period. As it's played to the near side, Lucas Van Berkel trying to race in the offensive zone. He gains the blue line. He moves in, but the Flyers will dump it back out another time. So here the last 90 seconds of regulation in the first minute of this power play for Sioux Center. They've had nothing going so far. Here is DeJagger again. He will circle around before he got to the blue line. His pass is going to be intercepted, and now Nick Lohr moving in onside. Lohr moving to the front of the net, couldn't get a shot away with 1:08 to go in this third period. And it will be played again by Sioux Center. And Sioux Falls looking to kill off this penalty. Final minute here of the third period. 3-3 hockey game. William McDonald, he picks it up for the Flyers, but he turned the puck over to the front of the net. There's a turnaround shot, and it's blocked up. Backhander couldn't get out of the zone. Duden gets knocked down. He's trying to pick the puck back up, but it's cleared all the way down again by the Sioux Falls Flyers. Down to 42 seconds left to go in this third period.
Sioux Falls with a very aggressive power kill here.
Aiden DeJagger. Pass goes over for Duden. Did it touch his stick or not? It did, so there is no icing with 30 seconds left to go. 15 on the power play. They're trying to spring free for a shorthanded goal. There's an opportunity for a pass back behind the net for Bart. Pass comes in front. It's loose in front. Trying to stuff it in. Can't. And then Heiser comes up with a save. We get a whistle. Net comes off his moorings. 3 seconds left in the power play. And 18.4 left to go in the third period.
Oh, that was a chance for Sioux Center Storm right there.
18.4 left to go. We might start this game. Sioux Center, almost everybody here across the way is standing up right now. With 18.4 left in this third period. 3-3 is their score. And Lucas Van Berkel will take the face-off. In the last couple seconds of this power play, Duden with a shot off the face-off. There's another chance. Comes in front. Another save by Heiser. Stepping out of the penalty box with 10 seconds to go. Up to Corey. Off of his stick. Played back out of the neutral zone. Down to 5 seconds to go. And Creed Waring will play it up. And we are headed to overtime. Van Berkel, one last chance. A save is made by Heiser. And our first game of the tournament is a beauty of a game because we are headed to overtime, tied 3-3. A 5-minute break, no Zam here this going into the overtime session. If they go to the second overtime, that's when we'll get the Zam and a fresh sheet of ice. But right now, it's a 3-3 game going into overtime. 49 shots for Sioux Falls 1, 27 for Sioux Center, and we are deadlocked. 3-3.
Announcers, broadcasters do get harassed while they're trying to work.
Yeah.
Nobody was trying to harass me at all. Didn't even feel anything. Coach Steve Steele, and obviously nobody can see it because the camera's not over here. Coach Steve Steele tapped me on the back of the head trying to mess me up, but he didn't. That's all
it takes a lot more to mess you up than that.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. It's a 3-3 tie, 49-27 in shots. We will step aside. We'll come back and have for you the overtime session. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, on a KSDR, on a KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre.
Renke Gray Wealth Management, a place where achieving success can only come from working together. We believe in deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change, family situations change. At Renke Gray Wealth Management, we want to help you navigate these changes because our commitment to you won't change. Let's work together on creating your financial plan for your financial freedom. Call Renke Gray Wealth Management at 224-5959 or visit us at renkegray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FIRNA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors. A registered investment advisor. GWM and Renke Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How you move matters. Avera Orthopedics helps you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Whether you suffer from aches, breaks, tears, or dislocations, turn to the orthopedic team experienced in treating every body. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
This moment of relief, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Call Becky Pottsaba at 605-224-4173 or Carrie Bauman at 605-224-1096. The Field House in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Field House with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big screen TVs. The Field House, 2013 East Gate Avenue in Pierre. Your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
As we welcome you back and into the overtime session, it is 3-3 between the Sioux Falls Flyers and the Sioux Center Storm. John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson and Jim Lloyd as we welcome you in and into overtime, as it will be the Sioux Falls Flyers that get that opportunity here moving in the offensive end. McDonald with a shot. Save is made by Myers. Next goal wins it, and Jorgen Corey nearly won it 15 seconds in. It's a 10-minute overtime period, as McDonald still has it another time. 51 shots now for the Sioux Falls Flyers. 48 saves for Luke Myers. There's a chance, there's a save, and Luke Myers, that puck ends up coming loose, but we get a whistle with 9:32 to go in overtime. Next goal wins it. There is no more ties. No more ties in any of our games. We got to find a winner. Sioux Falls is not unfamiliar because they played 2 overtime games in their last weekend of the season. They tied one, they lost the other one. So here is a face-off won by Perdames. There's a shot. Save is made. The rebound is a juicy one that was cleared out to the blue line, but not out of the zone. Good play from Van Essen for Sioux Center. This one will come out of the zone. Delayed offside by Sioux Falls. They'll tag back up and head back in. You're listening to KCCR FM Blunt, KSTR Watertown, KKQQ Brookings. And of course, you're watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Of our first game of the state tournament is in overtime. Edwards with a shot. Save is made by Myers, and there's no rebound. 9:01 to go in our fourth period, which is our first overtime period.
Myers has been stellar in the net.
51 saves now for Luke Myers in a 3-3 game. In a normal game, he'd probably be our player of the game, no matter how this game turned out. But in overtime, in a state tournament, it might be our overtime winner. There's a shot from Cade Edwards. We'll talk to our player of the game after we get done with this game. Whoever might win this one. Lucas Van Berkel, pass to the slot. It'll be played to the near side corner. Only 10 shots in that third period for Sioux Center. They had 17 through 2 periods. Just 10 in the third period. Pass looking for the slot for Duden. It's knocked off the stick, but is held in by Sioux Center. Winner to the state semifinals, the loser to the consolation semifinals. Duden knocks it down. That pass is broken up. That was by Malwitz. Max Moore, he'll be the freshest guy of these two teams tomorrow because he ended up getting a penalty at the end of the third period that he's out for the rest of this game. So he's going to go back to the locker room and watch this one. Grady Duden. That'll be coming to the near side. Isaac Bart. Bart at the blue line. Moves around one man, can't move around another one. Picked up by Jorgen Corey. Corey moves it in. Splits the defense, but he couldn't get the shot away. The stick goes loose, looking for a hooking call, and it's going to be hard to get a penalty in overtime against you. Probably should have been a penalty, probably would have been in the first period, but not here in overtime. There's a bouncing puck. Waring, he will bring it in. Creed Waring with a shot. That one goes wide of Heiser. Any shot can win this overtime and win this game. That pass to the slot, that's broken up and it'll be played to the near side. And out of the zone it goes as it will be Nick Lohr that will skate in over now for Vallon. Vallon back for Lohr, but it's a diving block, and the puck will be covered up by Luke Myers, and we get a whistle.
Do you shoot that one, or do you try to pass it off?
Boy, oh boy, he tried to get that pass over, and Aiden DeJager went down to the ice to block that pass. And Luke Myers was able to keep it out on the back of the net with 7:15 to go in overtime. In overtime number one. We go until we have a winner. Face off. Kicked along by Van Berkel. Picked up by Sioux Center. Out of the zone for Sioux Center. Dolman, he moves in. Dolman on the forehand. Trying to turn, looking for a pass. He gets knocked down to the boards. A clearing attempt. One-on-one here for Sioux Falls. In is Corey. Corey, he gets knocked off the puck by Van Essen. And it's picked up by Sioux Center, where DeJager turns it back over to Corey. That pass over for McDonald, broken up, back to the blue line. Eberspacher all the way through. Save is made by Myers with 6:42 left to go here in overtime. And of all the people in the building, the two guys that have to have the lowest heartbeat right now has got to be Luke Myers and Caden Heiser.
Yeah.
And not because I think that they are. I feel like I know they are, but they have to be. You can't be too high pressured up, high strung up if you're a goalie in overtime. Got to play your normal game. There's a shot from Jack Sievert, broken up. Isaac Bart off of his stick and out of the zone. Played back over in Easton Vandenberg. He'll move it back in. Vandenberg, there's a shot that's off of a stick, goes back behind the net, comes trying back in front by Isaac Bart. And now a shot from Vanny Henhouse that's broken up. Out to the blue line, where Vanny Henhouse again will dump it back in here for Sioux Center. 6:12 left to go in overtime. That one misses Vallon, and it goes for an icing with 6:09 to go here in our first overtime. What's a first game that we have?
Yeah, this one's been tight all the way. Nobody taking the lead for very long in this one.
Not at all. We've had Sioux Falls lead first. Then they led 2-1. Excuse me, Sioux Center led 2-1. They led 3-1 to Sioux Center, but Sioux Falls tied it back up last. It's a 3-3 game. as this will come out of the zone. In the offensive end for Sioux Falls. It is Corey. Leaves it back. One-time chance. Shot high by McDonald. This will come out of the zone. We always think that overtime winners are going to be some fantastic, real good-looking goal. A lot of times it's just an ugly one. Brock Malwitz. Sometimes you sit there and go, that's the overtime winner? I thought maybe it would be a complete great dangle around. Lucas Van Berkel is in as he tries to get to the front of the net. It's loose, but it will be picked up by Sioux Falls, but turned back over to Duden. He'll play it back out of the zone, where it'll be to Jagger to dump it back in. And it will be an icing by Sioux Center. The linesman couldn't call it right away because he had to duck down to make sure he didn't get hit by the puck, but it goes out of the zone, and it will be a face-off here for the left side of Luke Myers. Offensive zone face-off for Sioux Falls. 3-3, overtime, 5:21 to go in our overtime session. Kate Edwards had it blocked up. Judah Bart in, 3-on-1 in. Bart, pass goes over off the stick. And again, do you pass it or do you shoot it? 3-on-2 the other way now for Sioux Falls. Back in is Valen. Valen with a shot up high, maybe off the crossbar, but off the blocker. There's another rebound chance. It's still loose in front. Pass goes over Valen. I don't know how he missed it. Did Luke Myers make the save?
And Meyer was out of position.
How did he miss it?
It went into the net and out of play. I don't know how that didn't go in. I don't know if Myers threw the stick and got a piece of it.
I got a feeling he did. I think he put the paddle out and just got a piece of it.
Oh, my goodness. We're going to face off. It's coming out of the zone, so Myers did not get a piece of it. It went straight high from Valen. He slammed his stick down in frustration. Myers didn't make the save, but right back in is McDonald off the face-off. There's a shot that's loose, a rebound, and it goes just wide again.
Oh, I thought that one was in, John.
I got to be careful here. I'm breaking the sound barrier as I get too excited. To make sure that we stay even keel right now.
Keep the board on the table.
4:49 to go in overtime. The net came off its moorings.
I thought that last puck was in. I thought it looked like it got past Myers.
I don't know how it didn't go in.
Don't know.
That's the biggest problem. Well, now the referees, they're talking about something.
I think they're talking about where we're going to face off. And we're going to come out of the zone.
So the face-off will be out of the zone. The net came off the moorings because of Sioux Falls. So we will have a face-off just outside of the Sioux Center blue line. And we are back into play with 4:45 to go in OT. Next goal wins it. We have to have a winner. We'll play overtime until we get a winner. This one turned over by Sioux
what
Center.
You wish for.
Here is Brock Malwitz in. Here's a wind-up shot. The save is made by Luke Myers. He's now made 55 saves in net for Sioux Center. Pass over, Duden off of his stick, then played by Eberspacher. Out over to the neutral zone. Dumped in by Sioux Falls, but right back out by Sioux Center. Flipped at the red line by Sioux Falls. But it will be an icing just on the wrong side of the red line was Perdames, and they ice it with 4:10 left to go here in overtime.
That could be a big icing. You know, Sioux Center has not spent a lot of time in their offensive zone, and now you hand them the offensive zone.
It's a big icing, too, because Perdames was a step away from not having an icing. Face off to the left of Heiser. We haven't said his name very often because it hasn't been a lot of action on his end of the ice. No shots in overtime so far for Sioux Falls. For Sioux Center, there's a shot by Sioux Falls and Nick Lohr and went just wide. Back to Lohr again, another save by Myers. He's made 56 saves in net. We're getting to the point where I don't know if we can even – I don't think Luke Myers will want to talk if Sioux Center doesn't win this game. But I don't know if we actually can give it away to the overtime winner because Luke Myers has just been outstanding in this game with 56 saves in net. Passes out of the zone. Anthony Valen. He will dump it back in. Sioux Center will pick it back up. Up to the boards. Out of the zone. It's picked up by Isaac Bart. Bart moves it in. With Judah Bart and Aiden DeJagger both in the zone. But it's played around by Sioux Falls here to the near side again with 3:25 left to go here in the overtime session. And again, it's regular season. It's just one overtime. This is an onside play. It's picked back up. The dump-in attempt was off of Sioux Center. It was onside. But Judah Barton's a little bit hurt. Now it's 2-on-1. Here it comes Sievert in. Sievert along with Lohr. Pass goes over for Lohr. Back to Sievert. It's loose. Myers was able to get over. Made a save. He's going to get back in net. Lohr with a turnaround shot that goes wide. Here's Jorgen Corey with it. Over. Couldn't get the one-timer was Sievert because it was broken up by Isaac Mart. Dump back in. Excuse me, that was DeJagger that was able to get that one. And it's played back out of the zone. A bouncing puck. Won't go far enough for an icing. 2:40 left to go. Turned over. Duden trying to get a pass back out of the slot for Van Berkel. Isaac Bart. Now here's Duden again. Duden, a pass to the front. Out to the blue line. Walking in. Heiser makes the save. The rebound is loose. A bouncing puck is still loose. And now's another chance. A save is made by Heiser. And it's played out to the far side. Chipped off the glass all the way down, but it won't be icing another time. No fresh sheet of ice quite yet with 2:15 to go in overtime. So that puck doesn't carry down the ice like it did at the beginning of the third period. This is in the slot right now, broken up. And now out the other way, 2-on-2 for Sioux Falls. In is McDonald. He is hit hard. A penalty's coming up to Creed Waring. And a rough is called to Waring. And we will have a power play in overtime. And
could be a game changer.
Brent Sewing is looking for a timeout, but he used his timeout already. And Waring will go to the penalty box with 1:59 to go. So the rest of this overtime session, whether it ends with a power play goal or we go into the second overtime.
Sioux Falls 26.4% on power plays.
That is number 3 in the league.
Number 3 in the league.
So it is a roughing penalty against Creed Waring. A face-off will come to the right of Myers. Third Pelican Power Sports power play for Sioux Falls. 1:59 to go in overtime. An opportunity in the power play. Nick Lohr for Kate Edwards. Plays it over to the corner for Pernames. Now back Edwards again. Edwards across. McDonald. Pass goes back across for Pernames. He waits. Back for Edwards. Sagging in. The shot goes off the goalpost. Edwards nearly won it. Pass now again. Back for Lohr. Goes back over on the far side. Out to the point, McDonald. He'll walk the blue line. Feathering pass that's played by Pernames over for Edwards. Edwards plays it back across. There's a chance that goes through the blue paint. Goes just wide again. Edwards back to the blue line another time. Walking in is Pernames. Pass goes across. Back again. They score! Nick Lohr in overtime. A power play goal on the 61st shot of the game. And Sioux Falls on the power play. A Pelican Power Sports power play wins it 4-3 in overtime.
And Sioux Falls showed great patience there in overtime, of course, on a power play, and made that one extra pass, and that was the difference in that goal, either going in the net or being blocked. Good patience by Sioux Falls to win this one in overtime.
Our first game concludes with an overtime winner. Nick Lohr wins it 4-3 in overtime over the Sioux Center Storm. Heartbreak for one team, a lot of happy emotions for another team. And Sioux Falls is on to the second round. It is Jorgen Corey and Kate Edwards that get the assists and the overtime winner as Sioux Falls wins it over Sioux Center in overtime 4-3. We'll step aside, and when we come back, we'll have our post-game show. We'll talk to our player of the game as you're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, KSDR, on KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Winter's on its way out, and the hot summer months are almost here. Don't swelter in the heat again this year. Call Jason at Sunmasters in Pierre and get set to get those windows tinted to stay nice and cool this summer. Sunmasters can also repair that pesky chip in the glass, whether it be from a hockey puck or the usual rock. Jason and the crew will get you back on the road feeling comfortable in no time. Located at 1020 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, give them a call at 605-224-6102. Sunmasters in Pierre.
Renke Gray Wealth Management, a place where achieving success can only come from working together. We believe in deep, meaningful relationships that will last generations. Investments change, family situations change. At Renke Gray Wealth Management, we want to help you navigate these changes because our commitment to you won't change. Let's work together on creating your financial plan for your financial freedom. Call Renke Gray Wealth Management at 224-5959 or visit us at renkegray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FIRNA SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors. A registered investment advisor. GWM and Renke Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How you move matters. Avera Orthopedics helps you move freely and live life to the fullest with innovative treatment options customized to your bone, muscle, and joint needs. Whether you suffer from aches, breaks, tears, or dislocations, turn to the orthopedic team experienced in treating every body. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
This moment of relief, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Call Becky Pottsaba at 605-224-4173 or Carrie Bauman at 605-224-1096. The Fieldhouse in Pierre is the perfect place to sit back and watch the state hockey tournament with friends and family. The Fieldhouse with a full bar gives you that feeling like you're at the game without having to leave town, with a selection of your favorite concession-type food, and who doesn't love some pizza? There's free popcorn, peanuts, and Gardettos to complement any of your snack cravings while enjoying the games on one of the many big-screen TVs. The Fieldhouse, 2013 East Gate Avenue in Pierre. Your place for the game this weekend. Go Caps!
As we welcome you back here and into our post-game show, it is a win for the Sioux Falls One Flyers in overtime. Jim Lloyd is standing by with our player of the game in Nick Lohr as we send it down to Jim Lloyd.
Okay, I'm down here in the Sioux Falls bench with Nick Lohr. He shot our game winner in this one. Nick, take us through the end of that game.
Super nerve-wracking. All respect to Sioux Center. For a really hard-fought game. It was a close one at the end there, but we ended the way it should. So.
Well, you had a pretty good goalie there to shoot against, didn't you, with Meyer? He held quite a few of them out for you.
Yeah, I think around 60, 62 saves, so really good game for him and the rest of the guys. It was fun, a little nerve-wracking, but we got it done.
All right. You're a junior. You got a ways to go, right?
One more year.
All right. Well, good luck to you in the next round. Great shot. You guys did a nice job that game.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. That's Nick Lohr, our player of the game. He got the puck from South Dakota Amateur Hockey Association, and he's going to head to the locker room and celebrate with his teammates. Back up to you guys.
What a win for the Sioux Falls One Flyers and Nick Lohr to pick up that game winner as John Winkler, Jeff Anderson upstairs. We're going to go rather quickly here in this post-game show because we're going to give ourselves a little bit of time here before our next game. But a big win for the Sioux Falls One Flyers.
Well, that's huge as far as that's concerned. When you're in the number 3 seed, they expect you to win, as we mentioned. Really, the pressure was more on Sioux Falls than it was Sioux Center. Sioux Center came out and they got the job almost done, but give credit to Sioux Falls because they really controlled the tempo of the game right at the outset.
And we go through our scoring here as it was a goal by Brock Malwitz to open things up to make it 1-0. Then it was Easton Vandenberg for Sioux Center to tie the game up 1-1. Anthony Vallon made it 2-1 on the even strength goal. And then it was 2-2 by Lucas Van Berkel. Then Easton Vandenberg scored his second of the game. That made it a 3-2 lead for Sioux Center. Jorgen Corey tied it going into the third period, tied 3-3. Did not have any goals in that third period. And then it was Nick Lohr from Jorgen Corey and Kate Edwards on the power play, a Pelican Power Sports power play goal. and a win for the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers as they will now await the winner of the 2-7 matchup, which is Brookings and Sioux Falls 2. Should be a good one coming up here in just a little bit. We're going to be a little bit behind schedule as we'll have right around, we'll probably be about closer to 11:45, almost 11:50 by the time we get things underway instead of the 11:35 time slot. So if you're tuning in for that Brookings and Sioux Falls 2 game, you can see them warming up on the ice right now. What we're going to do, and what we did last year, if you remember, and from last weekend, we will end the broadcast on Capital City Rock on YouTube. We'll go back to regular program for just a little bit, and then we'll come back and get you set for that second game between Brookings and Sioux Falls 2. So if you're on YouTube watching right now, hang tight as we'll end the broadcast, but that does not mean we're done for the day because we'll be right back with the next video coming up here in just a little bit. So it is a final score with a 4-3 win for Sioux Falls 1 over the Sioux Center Storm in a very fun game, and our first of 4 today. Jim Lloyd's going to have the second game for you. I'll have the third game, and Jeff Anderson will have the fourth game, all here on Capital City Rock, on KSDR, KKQQ, and available to watch on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. What a fantastic first game, gentlemen. And we got another
great
3.
Way to start.
Yeah, great way to start this weekend. We got another 3 games left to go. So you've been listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, KSDR, KKQQ, and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. We'll be back here in just a couple minutes with our second game between the Brookings Rangers and the Sioux Falls Flyers here on at Capital City Rock.
You've been listening to the 2022 Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament. The Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is brought to you by Owyhee Federal Credit Union, Weatherall, Wagner Auto, and the Ramkota. The Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is also brought to you by Pelican Power Sports, Fisher Rounds and Associates, Hockey Headquarters, and the Aberdeen Area Chamber of Commerce. And also by Becky Potsuba, State Farm Insurance, Hermanson Endodontics, Sunmasters of Pierre, and the University of Jamestown. The Boys Varsity State Hockey Tournament is also brought to you by Zander Auto Parts, Renke Gray Wealth Management, the Fieldhouse of Pierre, and Kubota. Join us all weekend for more exciting boys varsity hockey action. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports.